turning on microphones and stuff. Yay, woo! Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the very early party here at Welcome to the Party, where we're going to get a little grimdark and play some Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Today, we're probably just going to make characters. We'll see how far we get through the character creation process. If we get far enough, we may actually start the game, which would be exciting too. But I want to give enough time for people to think about the characters and do all that sort of stuff. So I'm interested, as this is our first. I think this is the first time I've run for any of you, and so we're all here as a group for the first time. I don't know if this is the first time. I know Stinkrat and Soul, you've played together before.
I'm her DM.
Yeah, he's in charge.
Nice. Yeah.
He's in charge of me.
So I would love to get to know you all a little bit better. We've been chatting a little bit in Discord. So why don't, as we go around, introduce yourself, where you can be found on the interwebs, and tell us a little bit about if you know anything about Warhammer or not, which is fine because that's fun too, and what your kind of background with role-playing is. And we'll start with Stinkrat.
Oh, me first. Okay. Hi, everyone. So on Twitter, you can find me at Stinkrat Streams. Here, you can find me the Stinkrat Streams. I did D&D on and off in college for a few years, and I've actually never done Warhammer before. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it's going to be really, really fun. Did I answer all the questions I was supposed to answer?
Sure.
Did I do it? Did I do the thing?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
You can also find her on Soulbear RPG every Friday. So.
Yes. Where else can we find you on the internet? On Soulbear RPG.
This is true.
Let's do Lilypad next.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Lily. You can find me basically all the places. I'm Lilypad Nebula. So crap, how long have I been playing games? Like a long time? Like years of some number? Twitchy, streamy, livey online ones, like maybe like 4 or 5-ish years. Warhammer wise, I've played a game of Rogue Trader, but that's the sci-fi version of this. I've never done anything with Warhammer Fantasy before. So yeah, I'm excited. I got the book and I've been digging through it since I messaged Throck about being in the game.
Yay! Sweet! And welcome, Miss Misery.
As you just said, I'm Miss Misery here on Twitch and on Twitter. You can see my little bar down below. I started playing RPGs probably back in 2008 with 3.5 Eberron. For the whole thing and Twitch, probably since June, July. Wiley can tell you because that's when I started playing with him. Only thing I've ever heard of to do with Warhammer was 40K. Not my favorite thing on the face of the planet. I didn't even know there was a fantasy section, so that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to this because this is also my first time playing in a game that's not D&D. So
Yeah.
Hope it works so well.
Woo! I love bringing people into new systems, so this is very cool. Rain.
I'm Rain Hayes. You can find me on Twitter at RainGhost, separated by X's because I am very extra. You can also find me here tonight. I'll be playing Misspent Youth, and eventually there will be a podcast up of my D&D game.
Yes.
Called Echo, a Location Service, because we can't name things. As far as my experience with Warhammer goes, I have played Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40K, Kill Team, Inquisitor, Mordheim. I could keep going. I played for a lot of years, and I had over 500 figurines. But I haven't played in a few years, so I'm looking forward to this. It's getting back into one of my favorite genres.
Awesome. I too, and I'll talk about that in a minute with my background, but I also am a lover of Warhammer. And last but not least, Soul.
Hello, my name is Sullivan, or Quinn Sullivan in the real world. My Twitch D&D experience comes primarily from the company that my buddy and I started, the Twitch channel Soulbear RPG, where he DMs his Tal'Dorei New Dawn game every Wednesdays, and where I DM Threads of Fate on Fridays, which is a game that I've been DMing for, oh shit, we're coming up on a year now. We started with Curse of Strahd in that. Now we're in Storm King's Thunder. And then on Saturdays, I also DM Lost in Time, which is our Mummy Lord campaign, where they found themselves in the Dune Sea last night and ended up in a sea full of purple worms, a la Dune. So that's always fun. And then my experience with Warhammer primarily comes from 40K. I read all of the Horus Heresy novels and the Gaunt's Ghost novels, and a little bit of the just a little bit of, I forget the name of it, but this Criminal Soldier Legion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And then my fantasy experience comes from just Warhammer Total War, which is a great game. I recommend everybody plays it. Yeah. But I've always wanted to try the Warhammer fantasy setting and game. I love D100 systems like Call of Cthulhu, and I'm very excited to create a character and play in a campaign in this world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hi. I'm Throck. I'm at Throck Plays, and I am incredibly excited to be here with these amazing human beings playing some grimdark role-playing. I have been loving the Warhammer world since I bought Rogue Trader decades ago, and have I've been playing Warhammer Fantasy since the 90s. One of my first convention game that I ever played in was a Warhammer Fantasy game, back at like Gen Con 96 or something. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm old, and I've loved Warhammer since I was wee knee high to a kobold. I love the game. I love the grimdark world. It's also got kind of this tongue-in-cheeky sort of comedy balance to it that's a lot of fun. And so I think it's dark and dangerous without taking itself hyper seriously, which is just right up my alley in terms of how grimdark is.
Cool, yeah.
I take a lot of grimdark inspiration from Joe Abercrombie and from the Lies of Locke Lamora series, where there is, I'm hoping what we'll see here is deep character interaction, and but like there's always this constant threat and all that stuff. So hopefully that is what we'll do and have some fun doing it. But with that, let's get started and make some characters, team.
Yeah.
Does everybody have a copy of the rulebook up?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so I would like you to turn your rulebooks to page 24. For the first thing we shall do is figure out what the hell you are.
What are you?
Yeah.
That's taken me 30 years.
I don't know. I'm on this course of self-exploration, you see. Every day getting better. So we're going to be checking out your species. You can choose what species you want to be, or you can roll randomly and get an extra 20 XP at the end to spend on your character. I would like it to have no more than 2. If you're choosing not to roll randomly, I would like to not have more than 2 non-humans, just to kind of keep well within the setting of the Reichland, and make it kind of so that not everyone's a fish out of water all the time, right? But
I'm rolling.
yeah, let's go down. As you guys can see, I put up a character kind of worksheet here that I'll be filling in as we go through. That just kind of makes it easy for us to keep track of everything. And so let's just kind of go down the line and start with Stinkrat. Did you want to choose a race, or did anybody want to choose a race before we roll?
I want to roll.
I was gonna choose. I really wanted to be a high elf. Like I read through their stuff and kind of dug their whole vibe. So like, yeah, that was the only thing I was gonna like completely choose though.
Okay, awesome. So you're gonna be the high elf. Boink. Done. So anybody else? Nobody else wanted to roll? I didn't see any other hands, or nobody else wanted to just choose. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Wheel of Morality. Turn. Show us the first lesson that we shall learn. Stinkrat, please roll me a D100.
Okay, so I go back to the chatty for that, right?
Yes.
Do
/R space 1d100. 31. Guess what? You're human.
woohoo!
So-
Quick tip for roll 20: if you hit the up arrow, you can go to the last thing you rolled, which will be useful for this because you're going to be rolling D100 a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you're gonna roll D100 for lots and lots of stuff in this. So what I want you to do is on your character sheet.
Mhm.
If you, where's yours? You'll see where it says species. You just chuck human in there.
Okay.
Human. Are you human? I like the exclamation point. That's nice. Rain, show me what you got.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
That's not right. Sorry. I hit the wrong button and something weird came up. Hold on.
It happens to me all the time, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
I broke it all.
Yeah, welcome
It's
to
all
the
right. 90% of males have that problem in America.
I'm not sure how to take that joke at the moment, but
76. Guess what? You're human.
huzzah!
Human. Plus 20
Human.
XP. Soul.
Let's live dangerously, everybody. Guess who's rolling that D100? Haha!
Hey, guess
3.
what? You are
I'm human.
human. Unsurprisingly. So just so you all know, the chart is 1 through 90 human. 91 through 94 halfling, 95 through 98 dwarf, 99 high elf, and 100 wood elf. Yeah. Lets you know what the setting is kind of predisposed towards. And last but not least, Miss Misery. 67, human. Human.
You see, I physically rolled dice earlier and I got a 94, and I was like, I'm going to be a halfling.
Whoop. No. All right, so once we've done that, we get to choose your class and career. And this is, I'm going to want to have you guys kind of read through and look at these as you go through it. I want you to make an informed decision about what you want to play. Or you get 50 XP for going totally random, or 25 XP for rolling 3 times and choosing one of those.
Okay, wait. So 50 XP for random, and then 50 XP for 3, and then choosing one?
25
50
XP.
XP for random, 25 XP for roll 3 and choose one.
Random.
Mhm.
We're going to go down the other way this time with Lily going first.
Okay.
Are you going
/R.
random or are you going choose 3?
I'm gonna roll random. If I hate the first one, I'll do the pick 3.
Okay, sweet.
That's the way to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
95.
Ooh, hang on. 95 as a high elf actually is, I think, something awesome.
You're a knight.
You're an
Ooh,
elven
that's-
knight.
I like
That's
it. I'm
pretty
breaking
fucking cool.
I'm
All
rolling.
right. Love it. Knight. So go ahead as we roll through. So your class is warrior, and your career
Okay.
is
Class.
knight.
Warrior,
Plus 50 XP.
career, knight.
So go ahead and go read through Knight.
Got
There's
it.
a very handy dandy, what is it? Thingy poo.
Class and career section.
Class and career section, but there's awesome bookmarks. This thing is intensely bookmarked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, it's easy peasy. All right, Miss Misery. Would you like to choose or roll?
I'm just gonna roll.
Yes. 49 as a human is peasant, some form of peasant, a villager. You choosing to keep or add 2 more for plus 25 XP?
No, I'll keep it.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are you?
A villager.
A villager?
So that is a peasant class. And then career is villager for plus 50 XP. Nice. All right, soul.
All right. Let's do this. Ooh,
63 for human puts you in the rangers category.
Ooh.
And oh no, puts you in the river
No.
folk category.
Yeah.
Interesting. A huffer.
What's a huffer?
They are, I believe, a riverboat pilot. 1 second. Let's look them up real quick.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I don't know what a huffer
Yeah, that's one
is.
I have not run into. I read through it once last night. Specialist river guides with expert knowledge of local river systems. Yeah.
Is that going to be helpful in the campaign?
I mean, yes.
We're in the land of rivers.
Are we?
Yeah, there's river travel and canal travel is totally a normal thing. And so you're also going to be from Bogenhofen, which is on a major river. So as a class to come from, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll stick with it then.
Excellent.
Yeah. If that's going to be the case, like if it wasn't useful, it's like no, you're in the desert. I'm going to be like fuck that. My class is riverfolk.
Yeah. Right.
And my career is huffer.
Yup.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Class. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. Riverfolk. All right. Next, Rain.
Okay.
Five. 5 is a human. Interesting. A nun. But here's the thing.
There you go.
You're the most foul-mouthed nun in the entire world.
You know that, and you haven't played with me yet.
A nun is interesting because it gives you access to holy magics. Yeah, I believe so. Let's check. Nun. Yeah, you get Bless. And Bless is a... Hang on, let's look up the talent. Because I want you to make an informed decision if this is the way you want to go. But I'm pretty sure Bless is... yeah, there we go, Bless. You're watched over by one of the gods and can empower simple prayers. You can now deploy the blessings of your deity as listed in Chapter 7. Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
So I'm very tempted, but I also want to see what else I get.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to do the 25.
So let me mark these down. The first one was none. And then what was the next one? Give me 2 more rolls. 29. Let's see. Careers. Wrong thing. Random class and career table. 29 and 28.
Jesus.
It really wants you to be something higher class. 20. So you can also be an artist or an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm thinking none.
I like none. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go none.
So you'll get the 25 XP because you rolled 2 more times.
That is severely different from the grave robber I rolled up before.
And they
So
are academic.
is none like a gender neutral term in Warhammer? Or is it just like
You could be a male nun. We would just
okay.
Yeah.
A mun, if you will?
And the thing is that like nuns and you could if nuns or monks are kind of the same thing. So like
Yeah.
if you want to be like monk, it'd be the same kind of thing.
Yeah, so you could choose nun or monk. Because there is no monk because they're the priestly academic class.
Right. Yeah.
And then last but not least, Miss Stinkrat.
Let's see what we get.
88. Who?
What's that?
I'm pretty sure that's also up in the fightery bits.
Oh, you're a witch.
That's awesome. A witch.
I'm taking it.
This is actually like an
Not gonna lie,
incredibly.
a little jealous.
This is a really good group.
Which is actually
altogether.
what I wanted when I was looking through everything.
Nice.
Got
Yes,
50.
and witches get hedge magic, and you'll even get So you are.
Oh shit.
You
My
are a
class
rogue.
is witch.
So your class is rogue,
Oh, yes.
and your career is witch.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, so we've gone through it. Everybody has, and by the way, this is an amazing composition, right? I even love having a peasant in there because it gives kind of that. There's a knight, which is like a high class, and then there's like some very like working class folk with the huffer and the villager, and then there's like I want to know how a witch and a nun are going to hang out together. That's something that
Super
that
good.
excites me a little.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's
Purely academic.
fascinating group of characters we've already got. I love it. Okay. So now that we know, I want you all to go to your class page, and you will have on your class page. So like, let's take a look at Witch, right? Where are you, Miss Witch? There we go.
Here.
If you Witch is on page 108, and you will see that there's what's called an advanced scheme, right? What that means is that anything with the little pluses, the uncolored boxes, you can buy advances in at a discounted price. At brass 1, at level 1, as a hexer, essentially.
Okay.
Anything that's bronze, you can buy. It opens up when you become a witch, silver when you become a weird, and then gold when you become a warlock. Right. So when you're buying your upgrades, you see your most important skills are for the witch are going to be weapon skill, toughness, and willpower. Right. So this gives you a good indication as we go into this next bit here.
Sorry, Thyme's just like, oh, their cousin's family keeps forcing them to hang out.
I love that. That would be amazing.
The cousins into that magic too, aren't they? It's different, Mom. God,
it's different.
She's a witch. I'm a nun.
God.
I have to respect my individuality.
God.
Yes. I love it. Okay,
It's
so
not just a phase.
what we're going to do next, I believe, is roll attributes. I'm going to go by the book on this because it's the first time. Yes, we're going to be rolling attributes next. And these are your characteristics. So for all you humans, you will be getting plus 20 to each D10 roll. But you can either choose to get plus 50 XP to take your rolls as they come straight down the line. Plus 25 XP to roll and assign. Or 0 XP to take 100 points and assign them as you wish, adding no less than 2 and no more than 18 points to each attribute. Stinkrat, you're first.
That was a lot of work.
Okay, so you can either keep your rolls exactly as they are, going straight down the list, weapon skill strength, weapon skill, ballistic skill strength. You can just keep them. You can roll a D100, a 2D10, add a 20, and just keep it. You can see what all your rolls are, and then assign them, or you can get a pool of points and place them how you wish.
Let's start the first way, and then when things go bad, I'll go the second way. No, can't do that.
No.
Can't do that. Okay. You know what? I'll just take the rolls as they come. Let's just do it that way.
I love it. Okay, so for this, you're going to do /R space 2D10.
2D10.
Yep. 15. So you will have a weapon skill of 35, which is above average.
Nice.
Which is good for a witch, right?
Yep. And then if you press up, it'll roll the 2D10 again.
Do I need to record that 15 somewhere?
I did.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you will see it on the worksheet
up?
here. Yeah, press up.
Oh, look at that.
And so you'll have a ballistic skill of 27. And then strength. 29. Toughness. 28.
I want
Toughness
the bigger
determines.
numbers.
Huh?
I said I want the bigger numbers again.
You do want the bigger numbers. Yeah. Initiative. 35.
Oh, okay.
Agility.
Not bad.
Agility. Okay.
34. Dexterity. 23. You're clumsy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
Willpower.
Let's see.
31.
Yay!
Yeah, which is good. It's a little above average. Fellowship. 30 stock average, and then you will have, and we should talk about this now. So what I want you to do in your character sheet is plug those numbers in on the very top line, if you haven't already.
In the initial, correct?
Yeah, in the initial. You'll have a weapon skill 35, and you can see them going down the list over here. And that will actually tell you how many wounds you have. It will tell you your movement is 4. Everybody's movement is 4.
Do I actually put what I
Oh,
rolled?
no. So if you look on the Roll20, right?
Yes.
You'll see under you, species, class, career, weapon skill 35, ballistic skill 27, strength 29. Right? You guys are on that page?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the
Okay, so I need
very
to
first column. Yeah.
Do I need to get out of my character sheet?
So what you can do is actually, on the upper left-hand corner of your character sheet, there are 2 little squares. You can pop it out.
Oh.
Right,
So
and
I
so
can
now you
scoot
can-
that to my other screen.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, and that'll give
Now.
you... Yeah.
Okay, so now what am I doing with these wonderful little numbers? I'm all the way at the left.
Yes, you will want to put them in order from weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, initiative, agility. Dex. So you'll see weapon skill is 35, ballistic skill is 27, strength is 29, toughness is 28, right?
Okay, so I put like that into the character sheet, yes?
Yes, into the character sheet in the initial box.
Got it.
Yarp.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much.
Uh-huh.
27.
Which? Heart. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay, so next up, let's do our elf. Let's get our elf out of the way here.
Okay.
Lily.
Sure.
Do you know how you want to roll?
I'm going to do the roll and then assign them.
Perfect. Okay. So let's do your rolls.
Okay. So 2d10.
Yeah.
12.
So you got a 12. Okay. So you'll need to roll, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. 10 times.
Okay.
Yep.
12.
Okay.
17.
Sweet.
19.
Damn.
Nice.
9. 13.
Okay.
8. 12.
12.
5.
I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more.
11.
11. Awesome. All right. So, as you can see, you get a plus 30 to your first 2 to weapon skill and ballistic skill. And knights want... What do knights want? Knights want... knights... Stat-wise...
Knights just want to have fun.
Yes, knights just want to have fun.
So then, the uncolored plus are my most important ones.
Yeah, those are your starting most important ones: strength, initiative, and agility.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Of course, weapon
Okay.
skill being a knight also important, but
Right.
strength,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
that makes
initiative.
sense. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I'll work on those and then plug them in through my initials and I'll put the bonuses in.
Awesome. Okay. Let's do Miss Misery next. Our villager. It's good to have someone who knows the people.
It
I might
really
know the
is.
people.
who the people trust.
Ooh, ooh.
Hang on a second. Where you
Sneaky mate know the people.
All right, Miss Misery. I'll get back to you in a sec, Alex. Were you gonna roll straight down the line, or were you going to roll and choose?
I was gonna roll and choose.
Awesome. Okay.
Sorry, straight down the line.
Oh, straight down the line? Okay, so you weapon skill of 38. That's a good start. Ballistic skill 38. You are not gonna suck. 26. Toughness.
Damn.
Yeah, doing quite well so far. 26. Agility?
The hardiest peasant who ever lived.
We peasants.
Little
are
did you know,
hardy
she has the folk hero background.
folk. Right. Dex? 30. Willpower. 32. And fellowship. 36. That, other than your initiative and your strength, you are wildly above average. This villager is meant for great things.
Yeah, do you want a job guarding my boat?
Multi-class into River Warden.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Is it clear how to plug these into your character sheet?
I don't put the bonus. I just put the actual number in right across.
You put the full number, like that
Okay.
weapon skill 38, ballistic skill 38,
All
strength
right.
20. Yeah,
That's it.
as you go down, and that will allow you to. It'll actually do the wound math for you and some other stuff as well. Let's do soul next. Our Riverbolt.
Rolling straight up.
Nice. All right, so hang on. Let me make a quick note. Plus 25 XP here. Plus 50. Like, just, yeah. Take your 50 XP for rolling awesome misery. Jesus. You're just rolling straight up as well? Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Weapon skill.
All right. 37.
37. Oh, you're in the plus 20 to it already. Thank you for doing my math for me.
Mm-hmm.
34.
34. Not bad.
Strength. 36. Okay. 36. Toughness.
That's my toughness,
Initiative.
correct?
Yeah. Initiative 29. Agility 23.
Ew.
Well, you have to be bad at something. Dexterity.
It's a lot, a lot of like rowing, and yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you're like,
The joints.
You don't stand up
everything
much.
hurts. 31 for dexterity. Willpower. 32.
Two.
And fellowship. 28. All right. That's not bad at all. Like, yeah. Once again, we've got another
pretty
toughest.
hardy.
Yeah, you're very hardy. And yeah. And your most important ones, not that it matters because these are amazing, were... You're a huffer. Huff.
Magic
Your-
strength.
Yeah, weapon skill, toughness, and initiative. So those are your first career path important skills, which we'll delve into more in a minute as we do our last character for the stats. And all of plugging that in all makes sense, right? To the character sheet?
Yes. Sorry, I'll do that right
Okay,
now.
sweet. And then Rain.
So it's just up arrow and enter to reroll.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna go straight down? Or are you gonna roll
Yeah,
and choose?
I'm just gonna go straight down.
The embracing this is what I love. I love it. Yes. Let's go. Weapon skill. 38. Go team. Ballistic skill. 32. Strength.
I are
tough
strong
none. None is tough. Toughness. 32. Initiative. 26.
Oof.
Agility. 31. Team. It's bad. Dex. 35. You are an exceptional group of people altogether. Willpower. 36. And fellowship. 35. Wow. Yeah, you guys are... No wonder you've all chosen to take on the adventuring life. You've lived your lives being just that much better than everyone else, and are like, we're probably bound for this. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do, it should be figured out on your sheets once you've plugged in your things. You should see, and I just want to make sure on everyone what your wounds are. Yeah, so you have 12 wounds. Awesome for Arthur, the Huffer. I like that.
Yep, that's what I named in guys so far.
Excellent. For Crow the Nun, yeah, you haven't plugged yours in yet because we just did you. For Alex, you have a weapon skill of 35. For some reason, that's 0.
Oh.
5, and I don't know why I did that. And then your intelligence, which is that Strength, toughness. Did I not have you guys roll intelligence?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I didn't.
I was wondering.
That's
Yes.
okay. So
Yeah,
I was
you
correct
should
that
Call me
zero-
on my poop.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
So,
so-
nobody has an intelligence score right now. So I hope you skip that.
We
so,
don't speak.
Uh, all right, let me just throw that in here real quick. All right. So why don't we start with Stinkrat? If you want to give me an intelligence roll.
Mhm.
D20.
I think I have my intelligence.
That's 2d10, right?
Yes, 2d10 plus 20. 34.
34.
Yeah.
Is that
all right.
okay?
That's above average.
Yes.
Yeah, 34. All right. And then Rain, you said you have your intelligence?
I'm counting up the numbers versus the stats, and it looks like I have 9 and 9.
Not the smartest party ever. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was not counting willpower, I guess.
Yeah. So your willpower is 36 and your fellowship is 35. So give me a 2d10 plus 20 for your int. Int. 35. Y'all. All right, so 35 int, and then soul. 27.
Okay.
You are not the smartest of the team, but you're also not like inherently stupid.
No, I can read.
Yeah, no,
Right.
you can't. Nope.
I can't
Oh yeah,
read.
but by the way, you
Oh.
are assumed to be
You have to take the
illiterate
read-write
in
talent
this.
to be able to read and write.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless
Eh.
you have the read-write talent, you are assumed to be illiterate if you're a human. I'm pretty sure that
did
doesn't go
not
for
know
elves,
that.
but yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That is
Yeah.
an actual talent. Interesting.
Yes. Misery. 34. Y'all. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So
9, 10. Lily, you apparently are the only one who we did correctly. 1, 3, 4,
Huzzah!
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
I've picked and applied all mine, so I should be all set
Yeah.
on those.
All right. And then that's 34. Okay. So we have a high-functioning group of individuals who have chosen to go off and be adventurers together.
Yes.
So now that we've done attributes, we do skills and talents. Okay. So, everyone should have a movement of 4, except maybe. Oh, before we do that, actually,
I have
we
5.
the elf would have 5. Yes.
Mine says 0. Should I change that?
You should change that to 4. It'll be 4, 8, 12, I think. And if not, I can change it later.
10.
But the last thing we want to talk about is fate and resilience. Fate and resilience are traits you can spend in the game. I'm actually going to pull up the rules reference for it so I don't tell you untrue.
Okay.
Fate is your permanent ability to do things like avoid death, avoid an attack totally. It is a permanent stat. And it has a derived stat that is the same amount as it. So if you have like a Fate 2, you'll also have 2 Fortune. You can spend Fortune every game, and it comes back at the beginning of the next game. But Fate, you would burn permanently to do things important to your character that allow you to avoid horrible fates, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Resolve and resilience are the same thing. Resilience is your permanent stat that you would burn to do things like stave off mutation, or change a number on a test. Resolve you can spend per game and comes back at the beginning of the game, to be immune to psychology, ignore critical wound stuff for a round or 2, or remove a condition like prone or on fire or fear, all those. Yeah.
I remove the on fire.
Yeah.
There we go. Fire.
So all humans start with 2 fate and 1 resilience. elves start with no fate and no resilience and get 2. So Lily, you're going to get 2, 1 to put in either to put how you wish. You could have 2 fate and no resilience.
Yeah.
2 resilience.
This is where the humies got me.
I'm sorry. Humans get to start with what?
2 fate and 1 resilience, and you'll find that on the right-hand side of your character sheet, up near the top.
Found it.
And then you get 3 extra points to spend between those wherever you want.
Okay. For humans, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I think we're gonna spend 2 in resilience and 1 in fate.
All right, and I'm gonna mark these on our character tracker as well. So Sol, you're gonna have a fate of what?
3.
And a resilience.
Resilience of 3.
Sweet.
If I started with 1, 3.
Yeah. These are with 1 resilience and 2 fate. So yes, perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. I love it. And then let's do rain next. So you're gonna start with 2 fate and 1 resilience, and have 3 points to spend.
Okay, I'm going to do 4 fate and 2 resilience.
4 fate, 2 resilience. So let's do misery next.
I'm gonna go 3 and 3.
3 fate, 3 resilience. All right. Lily, what did you do?
1 and 1.
1 fate, 1 resilience. Gotcha. And then Stinkrat.
3 and 3.
3 and 3. Easy enough. So fate and resilience are the permanents you blow for big effects, and then their baby versions are fortune, right? And luck. I don't remember.
Resolve.
Fortune and resolve, which you can spend per game to do for minor stuff. Cool.
Got it. Yep. Cool.
Awesome. Now that we got through those, it's move 4 for everybody. The reason I'm keeping track of this is because as your characters improve in stuff over time, this will allow us to see what your base was on things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and allow us to kind of audit XP as we go through. Okay. So, next up we do skills and talents. If you would all please go to your I don't even remember. Okay, so we're going to start with species skill. Don't even listen to that. All right, so we're going to start with species, skills, and talents. You get, as a human, you can get up to, you can choose, so each species has a variety of skills and talents to choose from. You may choose 3 skills to gain 5 advances. Remember, an advance is a +1 in each, and 3 skills to gain 3 advances each. I'm going to, in chat here, put what those skills are. Doink.
Which
High elves, same. And that's going to be, you get 3 skills to get 5 advances. So a +5.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
3 for 5 and 3 for 3.
And then, 3 for
Okay.
3
Got it.
advances. And then for the elf is here. Doink. So I'm going to let you guys choose those real quick. Is everybody having fun as they're looking through? And
Yes.
this is a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Just
Okay,
making
good.
character creation.
yeah,
So,
I love,
okay.
Yeah.
Tell me
Hit
again,
me.
because I just blanked out on it.
Yeah, let's go
same.
through advances. Don't even worry about it, because we're all learning the system together. Advances are how you increase in skill over time. If you take a look at your skills, which is below wealth on the character sheet, when you spend advances, you will put them in the ADV period where section of that skill, right? Each level of advance is +1 to that skill.
Gotcha.
Animal care is exactly what it sounds like. Charm is your kind of basic talk to people skill. Cool is how you handle dangerous and terrifying situations. Evaluate is your ability to appraise. Gossip is exactly what it sounds like, your ability to find and create rumors. Haggle is exactly what it sounds like. The languages, Wastelander is, so to give you a bit of geography, Bretonia is France to the west. Wasteland is like Poland to the east, kind of, right? Like
if we're going from Germany, that makes sense.
if we're going from Germany, and then melee basic covers all of your basic melee weapons, all of them. There's a category called hand weapons, right? And that is swords, axes, maces, all that stuff, right? That is your basic melee weapon. So there's no specific like long sword skill, short sword skill. It is basic melee.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah. And the same with there's no like longbow, short bow, composite longbow, composite short bow. It's bow.
I'm assuming black powder is guns.
Yes, there are pistols and rifles and all that sort of stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What are the okay, wait, can be used untrained, but all never mind. I was wondering what the crosses meant, but now it makes sense.
Yep.
Three.
We're choosing from the list that you provided in the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
That is so the bottom one, the cool, entertain, evaluate, language, Eltharin, that is the elves. You want to choose from the top group.
It's interesting that as a career I can't choose row. As a huffer.
Is play an instrument?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'll give my advances and
I kind of want to play an instrument.
you're a high elf, man. You do you.
So we get to pick 3 different skills that get 5 advances and 3 different skills that get 3 advances. So we're going to pick 6 skills, right?
6 total skills. Yeah, these do not stack up.
Okay. And it's just from this list, basically above that explanation of 3 skills to get 5 advances, 3 to get 3 advances?
Yep.
That's what we're picking from? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you're going to get more skills as we go through this too. Some of which are may even be the same, increasing your abilities in those skills as time goes by. You'll also get talents, which as you guys are putting those out, these are going to be the human ones, and I'll tell you how these work in a second. These are going to be L1.
Lore. Where's lore?
Lore is an advanced skill, so if you want to choose lore, you scroll down below the basic skills, and you click add underneath grouped and advanced skills. You put in lore, and it is an intelligence-based skill.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so talents.
Is animal care also an advanced skill?
Animal care is an advanced skill.
Okay.
And this is specifically Reichland lore?
Yes.
Okay. Added.
Talents are going to be fun for the humans.
3 skills. Okay, so I have...
Humans get to roll for some of theirs.
Yeah, you get 3 random talents. It's going to be great. I'm very excited.
Lore, Warhammer lore people, what instrument is common for elves?
Lute, harp, flute.
Okay, I'll pick lute.
Okay.
I can play the lute.
They probably have some fancy pointy-eared name, but lute, harp, flute. Yeah.
What's the characteristic for animal care?
The characteristic for animal care is
I think it comes up with wisdom, right?
Well, mine says weapon skill, and I don't think that's
right.
right.
Weapon skill. That's what mine says. Actually, that's what mine says too.
Animal care
is evaluate another thing we had in group?
Okay.
Int. And then evaluate is let me tell you if it's I think it's an advanced skill, evaluate. Because it's something you need expertise. And it is an expertise-based skill, or an advanced skill, and it is also int.
Okay, is that so we add that to advanced skills. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hope I spelled that right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know. So that's another intelligence. And 3. All right.
Sweet.
And then we choose 3 for 3 advances in the underneath category. So cool, entertain, language.
Oh no, you get 3 from the above as well.
3 from the above. Okay,
yeah,
so
the
already
below ones are all elf. Yeah.
Oh, 3 skills to get 5 advances. Oh.
Yes, 3 skills to get 3 advances, 3 skills to get 5 advances. All from those skills listed above that line. Yeah, the animal care, charm, language.
Give me a second here. I need to redo my modifiers.
How you doing, chat? As everyone's doing their modifiers. Hope everyone's having a great day.
Okay.
And the second box is for the high elf, right? It's for Lily.
Yes, the second one on below with the
Okay.
leadership melee and all that stuff. Yeah.
Tell me, what does cool do again?
Cool is your ability to. I'll actually read the description because it's going to be an important skill for you all. So, cool allows you to remain calm under stress, resist fear when faced with horror, and stick to your convictions. Cool is generally used to resist other skills, charm, intimidate, and similar. But you may also be required to make cool tests when facing anything forcing you to do something you would rather not. It is also the primary skill used to limit the adverse effects of psychology. Such
That
as
seems
fear.
important.
It is.
Would I roll cool when I'm trying to punch a jukebox back to life?
Yes, you would.
Okay, good.
But there's a special hand signal you have to do at the end
Oh,
for it to work.
makes sense. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to entertain somebody, so I think I'll just. I do. Sorry. So I think I'm going to go with language elf Barin.
Oh, those are not for you.
Oh.
Remember, so the human ones are animal care, charm, cool, evaluate, gossip, haggle, language Bretonian, language wastelander, leadership, lore Reichland, melee basic, and range bow.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not seeing animal care or evaluate on my page here.
It's on the
Animal
very
care
top.
and evaluate are both grouped, are both advanced skills.
yeah,
So what you'll want to do is scroll down below basic skills to where it says grouped and advanced skills. Click on add, and you plug them in. Both of their characteristics are intelligence.
And we should just be putting the numbers under ADV, right? I don't have to do
Yes.
anything to the mod category.
You do not.
Excellent. Yay.
And just so you guys know, I is initiative, which is your ability to think and move quickly. And int is intelligence, which is, so I saw that on your soul because I'm kind of using your character sheet as my reference. And
Yeah, I
swapped them
got
over
rid
for
of
you.
the evaluate because I chose one too many.
Sweet.
I think I'm done.
Awesome.
Yep, that
So
should
you
be
got
good.
5, 5, 5. So you get 3 at 5 and 3 at 3. It looks like you currently have 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
5.
3,
You have
4,
5 at 5.
Okay, so I could choose
Yeah.
3 at 3.
Yeah, so you're gonna probably change 2 of those 5s to 3s, and add 1 more 3 on top of it. Yeah.
So 3, 3, and add
And
one
we
more
got
3.
5.
Yeah, I'm
5.
still
Yep.
lost, not gonna lie.
3, 3. Okay, so all humans get the same basic starting skills, and then you're going to add your career skills and your class skills on top of those. When choosing your basic skills, you are able to choose from the ones listed here, right? The animal care and charm and all that stuff. To reflect your background growing up, you can give 3 of those skills 5 advances. An advance gives you a +1 on the skill. So what you'll do is if you want to choose, say, animal care, right? You'll go in and you'll add, let's use one that's not an advanced skill. Let's say you want charm, right? Under charm, you'll see ADV, and under that is your advances. That is your bonuses to roll that skill, right? Let's say you wanted to make that a +5. You would just type 5 into there, and that would be your first one. That would increase your charm skill to 40, right?
Okay.
And so you're looking for 3 skills to increase by 5, and 3 skills to increase by 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sweet.
And it's just the skills from the chat that we get to pick from right now.
Yes, for right now, and then we're going to go into class skills and
Excellent.
career skills. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, so I can choose row.
I'm going to need that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking like that really doesn't make a lot of sense.
You know, these are your basic, you grew up as a human or you grew up as an elf. This is what you know, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, this isn't your, hi, Takona. Thank you for lurking. These are, these aren't your, what you've learned to do over your life skills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And after this, we're going to do talents, which are set in stone for our elf, but not so set in stone for our humans. So let's go down the line. Stinkrat, have you completed your skills?
The 5s and 3s?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
I have.
Rain, have you completed your skills?
Yes, I have.
Soul, have you completed your skills?
That I have, sir.
Awesome. Misery, have you completed your skills?
Yes.
Excellent. Lily, have you completed your skills?
I have.
Fantastic. All right, so the next thing that kind of gives your character's flavor and determines the course of your life up until this point are talents. Talents are a lot like feats from D&D 3.5 or Pathfinder. Humans are going to start with 2 and then roll 3 more randomly. And our elf is going to get night vision and then gets to choose second sight or sixth sense and also gets read write. So, Lily, are you good plugging those in?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Awesome. All right, so team, if you take a look at your character sheets, and I'm gonna copy paste a description of each of the talents that you get into chat, so that when you get them, you can just click add and put all the stuff in there. Because the way this will work is if you look under melee and ranged and magic, blessings and miracles and stuff, you'll see talents, right? And it's blank right now. You're gonna start. All humans start by clicking add.
Okay.
And then doomed.
Oh.
And then I will give you what doomed is. Doomed is actually not bad. I mean, it sucks for your current character, but could be worse. Doomed is... There it is. Doomed, at the age of 10, a priest of Moor, called a doomsayer, took you aside to foretell your death in an incense-laden coming-of-age ritual called the Dooming. In conjunction with your DM, you should come up with a suitable dooming. Should your character die in a fashion that matches your dooming, your next character gains a bonus of half the total XP of your dead character accrued during play. So, if you would like... That's it, although it's a little long for that, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, turned out a little bit longer than I wanted, but you can copy and paste that in there. You can only have it once. So you can rank up talents over time. They cost more to do, but you cannot rank up doomed. And so I will be I want you guys, at the end of character creation, we're going to talk about what is your doom. We're not going to do it right now because I want you guys to have your full character done. But keep in the back of your mind what that Priests of Moor are the priests of death. Cemeteries in the world of Reichland are called Gardens of Moor because the god of death is Moor. And they take that very seriously. A lot of the skull iconography you see is Moorish, for lack of a better term. It's more lore. it's
more mushier.
Yeah. But that is your first talent that every human gets. You have all been foretold what your doom could be upon death. Next you get Savvy or Suave, and you all get to choose which one of these you would like. Savvy, let me bring it up, is... where are you at, Mr. Savvy? You gain a +5 permanent bonus, you gain a permanent +5 bonus to your intelligence. That does not count towards any advances or anything like that. It's not going to count when you pay XP. It's just a free +5 to your intelligence. And Suave is... You get a +5 permanent bonus to your fellowship. So you all either get a +5 int or a +5 fellowship.
Quick question. Do we do breaks or if we need to duck out for like a quick second?
Yeah, if you got to duck out, or we can.
Okay, I'll be
okay.
Like a minute. Just
Sweet.
Right back.
So were those talents for Lily specifically, or for all?
No,
of us?
Those were for humans. Those were
okay.
All
We all
humans.
get doomed.
All humans get doomed.
Fun.
Yes, and we're going to think about your doom, and you're going to tell me what your doom is, and we're going to put it on your character sheet at the end of the game.
Okay.
Because I love it.
So if we pick Suave or whatever, we're gonna change the initial.
You will change. It'll be a Because it doesn't count towards your XP, and that way I won't worry about it in terms of talents or anything. Yes, we're going to change your initial, and that'll be better for record keeping. So yeah, so let's go down the line, and start with Soul this time. Are you going to get a +5 intelligence or a +5 fellowship?
+5 fellowship.
All right, put that directly into your initial line. Miss Misery, are you going to do a +5 intelligence or fellowship?
I rolled better with my fellowship, so I'm gonna go with my intelligence.
Perfect. So yeah, all of these should go on that very top line. Rain, intelligence or fellowship?
Fellowship.
Done. And Snickrat.
I think I will go with fellowship.
Perfect.
And where do I put it?
Yeah, add the +5 on the initial line. So if you have like an intelligence of 27, it becomes a 32.
Okay, so if my fellowship is 30 on initial, it now becomes 35.
Yes.
Oh, so we don't put +5 in advance, we put it in the, okay.
Yeah, and the reason I'm doing that is for bookkeeping, because advances cost more as you go up in advances, right? Like 1 to 10 is like 50 XP per advance or whatever. But these will never count towards that, so it just makes more sense to make them natural.
How do we put it in the initial line? Because every time I click it, it's just highlighted.
Where are you gonna put it in?
In the basic skills, right?
Oh, under characteristics.
Under
yeah.
characteristics. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we need to be putting doomed and either suave or savvy underneath our talents as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, and what is the number and the little icon that lights up and the little skull monster?
So the little skull monster opens up its details, right?
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so you can close the details and it. Yeah, the number just outputs it. The I is an information, right? And for some reason there's a bug with it right now where it's outputting it twice, but that's fine. But just so you guys know, savvy for your feat is +5 int, does not count towards advances, and then suave is +5 fell, does not count towards advances. And that way you can just copy and paste those into. Cool. Yeah, basically, if you die, you get extra XP when you come back as your next character.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, poor humans.
Silly humans.
Silly humans. All right, so humans. Now we get to roll for your random talents. Does everybody have all of their talents plugged in and ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
We should just have the 2 right now, right?
Yes, you should have doomed, suave, or savvy. And
Perfect.
is there a third one? Hang on, there might be a third one.
I just want to make sure I'm not like totally messing everything up.
You are not so far. Oh yeah,
so
and then
far, thank you.
I'm sure to mess up stuff too. It's fine. 3 random talents per human. All right, and so we're gonna do these 1 per person at a time. Okay. So let's start with Miss Misery. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a D100?
Sure.
32. Linguistics. Okay. So your first talent, Miss Misery, is linguistics. Linguistics is you have a natural affinity for language. Given a month's exposure to any language, you count the associated language skill as a basic skill with a successful intelligence test.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is, and you can take that up to your doot. Yeah, there you go. There is your linguistics. And then we'll do soul next for your first random.
All right. 89.
89. 89 is no, 89. Supernumerate. Interesting.
Don't know what that means.
Supernumerate. I read through these last night in preparation, but I don't remember either. You have a gift for calculation and can work out the solutions to most mathematical problems with ease. You may use a simple calculator to represent what your character is. Your PC is mentally capable of computing.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Just put it in the thingy.
Oh, gotcha. Supernumerate.
It is also useful for evaluate and gamble.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll actually put that note in there for that for you. Doink.
Did I
And
take
then-
evaluate?
I don't know. You may still be able to. Time is ticking. Next up, Rain. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, shit.
69. Respect.
Yeah.
I'm a 5-year-old.
Nice.
Did you already have Savvy? Did you take Suave or Savvy?
I took Suave.
All right, so you just got Savvy.
Nice.
So you also have a +5 to intelligence. Which is already up there, so you got it. And then Stinkrat, roll me a D100.
Okay, I can do that.
98. Warrior Born. Huh.
What does that do?
I don't remember what this does. Warrior, you gain a +5 bonus to your starting weapon skill characteristic. Doesn't count as an advance. So, in weapon skill, just add another 5 to it on the initial line. And this is wow.
Okay, I need to put that on my little talent. What was that called again?
I'm putting it in chat. Boinky.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, so let's go back to Miss Misery again for random talent number 2.
What is behind curtain number 2?
73. Sharp. Sharp. I don't remember. It either has something to do with cards or something to do with like initiative. I don't remember. And it might be none of those things. Yeah. You gain it was. It's a +5 permanent bonus to your initiative.
Oh, that almost helps my bad roll.
Boinkies.
We're just going to be hiding behind misery the entire time.
Soul, roll me a D100.
All right.
70. See, these aren't too horrible so far. Nobody's gotten, like, horribly maimed, which actually isn't a talent. So, 70. Savvy. Did you take Suave or Savvy?
I took Suave.
All right, so you also have a +5 to intelligence.
All right. I'll take it.
Rain.
My computer's being mean. There we go. Okay.
It's all right. 98. Warrior Born. That is a +5 to weapon skill for you as well.
Yay!
Nice.
Wow.
I'm adding this to talents, right?
You add that to talents, and then in the initial line of your characteristics, add a +5 to your weapon skill.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then Stinkrat. 68. Resistance. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Nice.
It is. It's a good one. Resistance is so we'll start with you may choose to be resistant from a single threat. Magic,
Okay.
poison, disease, or mutation.
I'm actually not real. What would be the some of the benefits? Just short version.
So mutation is exactly what it sounds like. The more you encounter the corrupting influence of chaos, which is a very, very real thing in this world, and it manifests through everything from mutants to chaos warriors to beastmen to this strange green stone called warpstone. The more you get close to it, the more likely you are to mutate.
Okay.
It is essentially radioactive. Disease is exactly what it sounds like, and there are numerous and horrible diseases all across the land.
Fun.
There are weapons and magic that use poison, and then of course magic is magic.
Okay. You know what? I think I'll go with mutation.
All right. So what this allows you to do, this will be resistance. The way you put this in is resistance, mutation, and then you automatically pass.
Nice.
Automatically
That's really
pass the first test to resist mutation.
good. Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. That sounds really fun and useful. Yay.
Hey, Sleeper Wolf, thanks for the follow.
Sleeper Wolf.
I don't know if my alert I may have forgot when setting this up to put alerts on here. Oh well. First stream, we'll fix it for the next one. Thank you for the follow, Sleeper Wolf. And back to misery for talent number 3. 82. You guys are rolling high. Skills and talents.
High rollers.
Sturdy, which I believe is a +5 to toughness, but we'll find out. Sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. Not Strider. Sturdy. I believe. Oh no, you have a brawny physique, which given your So given everything about your character so far, this actually makes a lot of sense as your final talent. All right. So sturdy. You can have a max number of advances in this equal to your strength bonus. It will help you on strength tests when lifting. You have a brawny physique or are very used to carrying things. You increase the encumbrance points you can carry by your sturdy level ×2. So encumbrance is all of the stuff that you guys carry along with you. It is based on your strength bonus times something, but we're going to figure that out at the very end. And yeah, we have the villager person of strength and wisdom over here. I've seen things. Soul.
All right. Come on, don't fuck me here. 19. Had to have one low roll.
Yeah. Just because it's roll doesn't mean just because it's low doesn't mean it's bad. A 19 is craftsman.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Chaos magic, no. Craftsman, there we go. Not chaos magic. All right.
You get chaos magic.
You may add any trade skill of your choice to the career you enter as a career skill. If the trade skill is already in your career, you may instead purchase the skill for 5 XP fewer per advance.
Okay, so what is a trade skill then?
So trade skills are advanced skills that master skill list.
Okay.
Trade skills are a dex-based advanced master skill that allow you to make things, whether it be cook or shipwright or apothecary or I don't know what else, calligrapher, chandler, any of the jobs that require training within the low Renaissance, high medieval world would.
Okay, so it's like doing a job.
It is your job, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And during downtime, having trade skills allows you to use that trade to make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, sounds good. If we're gonna be near rivers, probably shipwright, right?
Shipwright makes a lot of sense. You can fix boats and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
So I'll add that to my group advanced skills, correct?
Yes, that'll be one of your skills. For your when we go do career skills here after this. All right. So Rain.
Do.
14. Attractive.
Ooh.
You're a good-looking nun or monk. I don't think we know yet, but you're a good-looking one of the two of them. All right. I think this is going to be a fellowship improvement.
Oh, how stereotypical.
Right? All those good-looking nuns. Charm test to influence those attracted to you. whether... Oh, no, it's not exactly what I thought it was. So it's charm tests to influence those attracted to you, whether it's your piercing eyes, your strong frame, or maybe the way that you flash your perfect teeth. You know how to make the best of what the gods gave you. When you successfully use charm to influence those attracted to you, you can choose either to roll your rolled success level or the number rolled on your unit's die. So a successful roll of 38 would give you plus 8 success level. So I think this is an important place to talk about success level, right? So like, let's say I roll gamble. Philippe, my stock gambler here, rolls gamble. Doink. I'm gonna give him a plus 20, so he'll probably make it. Yeah, okay. So, when you roll, you're looking for two things. First, whether you made it under the number, right? That's the basic, I did it, right? So if I have a gamble of 69, I roll a 25, I succeed. But sometimes you'll need to know how much you've succeeded by. And that's what success levels are for. For every 10 points below the skill that you roll, you get 1 success level.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
But you only need to worry about telling me what the success level is because the sheet does all the math for you. Having attractive means that instead of having 4 success levels, you could choose to have 5 success levels, Rain, because you rolled a 5 on the ones die.
Nice.
So if you rolled a 29, you would have still had 4 success levels, or 9 success levels. And the more success levels, of course, the better.
Sure.
Right?
Cool.
Makes sense? That is, by the way, the core mechanic of the game. Everything is based off rolling below your stat, normally plus 20. A stat or skill plus 20 is the basic roll of the game, right? That is an average test, stat or skill plus 20.
So, like, you basically always want to roll the lowest you possibly can?
Yes.
Okay.
Except on the crit chart. No, even on the crit chart.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. You're always looking to roll as low as possible. Low is good, high is bad. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah. Roll low. The better you do, the more success levels you get.
Yep.
So yeah, you're rolling below whatever your skill level is.
Yeah. Normally plus 20, and I'll assign difficulties as we go, but assume an average test is skill or stat plus 20. Okay. So when you're kind of like judging how good you are at things, don't look at your raw stat. Look at that and be like, oh, so for Philippe, he's got a weapon skill of 48, which means he's got a 68 on most occasions, right? Which means he's a better than average weapon skiller guy. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Sweet. And last but not least, in terms of talents, for talent number 3, Stinkrat, give us a
roll. Oh, there we go. D100. 21.
21. All right. I just clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Craftsman, anyone? All right. So you are a witch who crafts things.
You might say she knows witchcraft.
Oh, there it is.
All right. Craftsman, trade. You have a true creative talent. Add the associated trade skill of your choice to the career you enter. If the trade skill is already in your career, you may instead purchase the skill for 5 XP fewer per advance. And what that is so that's craftsman. Craftsperson. And then trade skills we just talked about are I'm trying to figure out, what do you think an appropriate trade skill for a witch of the woods would be?
Herbalism, if that's the thing.
I think herbalism is good.
Yeah.
Or apothecaryism.
Apothecary would be great. Actually, apothecary as a craft makes a lot more sense than herbalism.
Yeah.
So apothecary?
Yeah.
She makes our potions for us.
I do like to do things like that.
Coolio.
Yeah. And there are ways to make potions and healing poultices and things like that. And apothecary is the way that happens. And
so where do I record that?
Okay, so that is an advanced skill. So under
I've been-
basic skills, yeah, you'll add
I've
trade
been-
apothecary.
Oh, I've been putting things under talents. Is that the wrong place to put things?
No. You put the talent under talent, right? And then you add
Crafts
the
first.
skill, right, under grouped and advanced skills.
Oh, so that's why I put apothecary.
Yeah. You'll put apothecary. It's intelligence based, and you will start. It is now a career skill for you.
We're just gonna see Stink's character over like a cauldron boiling.
Double
toil and trouble.
I have to show you this. This is basically a fucking cauldron that I
Oh my
bought
God.
That is
just,
amazing.
yesterday.
Yes.
So this is incredibly
God.
appropriate. Everything happening here is incredibly appropriate.
I love it so much.
Once
Okay.
again, I'm not going to say I'm jealous.
All right.
Wicked this way comes.
Lily, I haven't checked in with you for a second. Are you set on your talents?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. I'm all good.
All right. So now we're going to do trappings. Trappings are the stuff you get and the extra skills you get from being in your class and your career. So going down the line, starting with Stinkrat, this will be your gear. Your starting gear.
Okay.
Or at least the first part of it. This is
And
for
I am
all
putting this.
so this is, I just put it in rogues, and so where you're going to put this is in trappings. So if you look at the I think it's at the very bottom.
Yeah, it's just above notes.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And you'll add a line for each, because there are certain things that happen during the game that can allow you or force you to lose specific trappings. But trappings assumes these are the tools of your trade.
Okay.
Right. These are as someone from the rogue class, every rogue is expected to have this stuff. Academic gets this, and this will be for Rain. And then, so that's a clothing, a dagger, a pouch, a sling bag containing a writing kit, and 1d10 sheets of parchment. And then Riverfolk get.
So is that different from the career path trappings?
Yes, those are going to come next.
Okay.
So for academics, this is soul. No, wait. Riverfolk, this is soul. Cloak, clothing, dagger, pouch, sling bag containing flask of spirits. For our peasant, many of these will seem the same. Cloak, clothing, dagger, pouch. Everybody gets a dagger. Why wouldn't you start with a dagger? Everybody needs something to eat with. Sling bag containing rations.
Of course.
Per day. Yeah. And then our warrior, our elven warrior, starts with clothing, hand weapon, which is your sword or whatever.
Got it. Okay.
A dagger and a pouch. All right. So now that we've gotten your basic career trappings, we are going to do your career skills and talents. You have 8 skills, and if everybody once you have your cats, there's a I don't know if you heard that, but my cats have
What
decided.
if we don't have our cats? What if
Oh,
we
no.
A bit of a brawl.
My cat's on my bed.
Children. Okay. Okay. So, once you guys have all your trappings set in, we're going to talk about career skills and talents. And we're going to take a break once we get through these, because there's a lot more to allocate for these. And that's why I wanted to get through these quick pieces first. So, every career path, and if you guys, once you're ready, hop to Witch and Nun and Huffer, Villager and Knight. And once you're
Way
there,
ahead of you.
okay, sweet. You will be able to allocate a total of 40 advances to your 8 starting skills. So I'm going to make a note of this, actually. So each of you will get 40 advances. Okay, that's a weird color. There you go. There you go. 40 advances across your 8 starting skills. None higher. Oh God, then 10. Okay. Then which is enough if you wanted to do add 5 to every one. And then is enough for you to have 5 advances to every career skill you wish. Was another question. Okay, then for talents, you get those talents.
Okay.
Straight up.
Oh, you just get all of them for your
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So 40 advances across your 8 starting skills. Some of you got trade something in there as well, so you have 9 starting skills. I think that was Soul and Stinkrat. You also have the craftsman or tradesman advance or talent, which makes that technically another one of your starting skills.
Okay.
And so you get all of those. So an advance is a +1, right? So to spend 40 advances is to put an additional 40 points across those 8 skills.
Yeah.
So we put 40. So say one of ours is row.
Yes.
We put 40 in it.
You
in
can
the
put
advance?
up to 10. So you have 40 total points to allocate across those skills. You can allocate no more than 10 points to any one of those skills.
Yeah. So then the easiest is just 5 per.
If you wanted to go simple, you could do 5 per. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just the skills that are listed when it says career path. Mine says Hexo Brass 1. It's those skills, those talents, those trappings that I put in, right?
Yes. So now you're going to add your career skills, your career trappings, and your career talents. And as we do so, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you everyone who's hanging out, watching us create characters for Warhammer Fantasy as we go through... hang on a sec. We're going to go to break here in a second. Cool. And I hope you guys will join us when we come back, because I gotta go potty. Shut up! Don't judge me.
That's why I ran out for.
And we'll be right back. we're coming back. This is us coming back in. Hello and welcome back. Folks are just filling out their career bits, which is all the trappings, talents, and skills you get for being in your career. Lily brought up a good question that I think gets us to talking about setting a little bit. You want to ask that again?
Sure. So one of the talents I get is called etiquette, which is kind of like knowing how to interact with a certain like level of people. Yeah. And I get to pick one, and I wasn't sure which like would be useful, or at least like pertaining to like my character. Like some of the examples it gives are criminals, cultists, guilders, nobles. And then, I was wondering like what I was thinking nobles, but like if we're never going to talk to a noble, then I would want to pick something different. So that was my question.
So I think the best way to answer that is the only way I know how to answer things, and that's long-windedly. So to give you guys an idea of background for this campaign and where it's going to start. You are all from the larger trade city called Bogenhofen. Either you were born there and grew up there, and it's kind of where your home base is, or you were assigned there by your church, or your elven knight decided that this is where you need to be for some reason, probably as part of a trade or diplomatic mission. But for some reason, you all have been part of the Society for Bogenhofen for at least the last year, so that you know the city relatively well. It's your home base, and we can talk about in your backgrounds after we finish characters what that actually looks like. You have all decided to take on an adventure. The mayor's son, Mayor Reikener, is the son of is the mayor of Bogenhofen. His son was captured and absconded with. You have been tracking him down for the last 12 days and are now far north of Altdorf, which we'll take a look at the map in a second, but it's like Altdorf, Bogenhofen, you guys are up here somewhere, right? Okay. So you've been tracking for the last 12 days, and the adventure is going to begin outside of a cave where you have tracked him to, right? Because I wanted to throw us right into the action so you guys could get rolling dice and start feeling out your characters. So given that, I feel like appropriate etiquettes for an elven knight who has been living in a city would either be noble or like, I think burgher is probably one of them. Is that one on there? Or
it's not any examples, but like that makes sense.
Yeah, or like tradesperson, whatever they call those. Any of those kind of like higher tier status etiquettes would make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
And so the way you guys became an adventuring party was you all saw the notice for needing to, like, mayor's son captured, adventurers needed, and you were all like, it's time for me to do something new, right? Let's give this a shot. Yeah. So the basic conceit of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is that for some reason, whether I can imagine like Lily for your character being like, you need to go get seasoned, your knight says, right? And you need to learn how to do this stuff well. So go go do this. And
I'm a Padawan, I'm looking to become a master.
Yeah. Right. And all of you would have your own motivations for why you became adventurers. But the one conceit I'm asking you all to take on is that you have made the leap into being like, I have this trade, but I also want to live the adventuring life, right? Which is a thing in Warhammer Fantasy where adventurers are a thing, right? Like the adventuring life is a trade that you take on top of whatever your day-to-day trade is. So yeah, that's the basic kind of background at like the 50,000 foot level. Does that make sense to everyone? Sweet. Okay. So, has everybody done their skills, talents, and trappings from career?
Yes.
Well, we were off. Awesome.
I have it all at least plugged in. I don't know if I need to add numbers anywhere, though.
Okay.
I'm unsure of that.
I will start taking we'll talk through character sheets. So we'll start with Witch. Which is Witch? And that is, so this is Stinkrat. You are the Witch.
That's me.
Where is your class thingy? Career. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Classes and careers. Career. All right. Classes? Right? Oh, here we go. You guys hard lucked out on some of these. Okay. So, to explain, if everyone wants to take a look at their career path again. you start out at a basic level of income and status. Brass is the lowest level of status. Silver is the mid tier of status, and gold is the high tier of status, right? So nobles and like high level lawyers and like really famous knights and things like that are gold. They're the upper crust of society. Brass is the workaday people, and silver are the growing middle class, the merchants and things like that. So as a witch, you're kind of locked into always being a lower, looked down upon by in general by the upper classes, right?
Yeah.
Your level of brass or silver or gold, like you start as a hexer brass 1, right? And so in your career? In your career, you actually want to put so your career is witch, but then in career tier, I would ask you to put hexer, and then in status, brass 1.
I can do that.
Excellent. Because that is going to determine both how you are treated by general NPCs and how much money you can credibly make and what institutions you have access to within society, right?
Right.
Skills-wise, we've already talked about cool, endurance, intimidate, language, magic should make sense. It's going to be what you cast with. Sleight of hand and stealth, I think, makes sense. So, channeling is your magic casting skill. And
where is channeling?
it is an advanced skill, so you will want to add it underneath. And I believe it is fellowship, but we can look. Channeling. Willpower. It is willpower. And so this is going to be your ability to call upon and control the various winds of magic. The conceit, I've used that too much. The metaphysics of the Warhammer Fantasy world is that the winds of magic blow through from the realms of chaos to empower the magics of humanity and other races. Okay. Those winds can be stronger some days and weaker others. Mages, witches, hedge witches, or hedge wizards, all to some extent or another pull upon the different winds of magic. I think there are like 9 technical colors of the wind. Okay, Disney. I think they stole it from Warhammer Fantasy, if you ask me. But I think it's a nod and a wink to Warhammer Fantasy. But you pull on the different colors of the winds of magic in order to weave together spells.
Okay.
If it goes really wrong, horrible things can happen to you. Because you're not like a high wizard, it's going to be less horrible for you. Because I don't think you're going to be able to like summon a demon, but it also means that your magic is not quite as powerful, right? And we will talk more about magic after stream because it's going to be a specific mechanic that's going to relate to you and to Rain. And I think you'll get to pick some spells and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that'll be great. In the same way that Rain will be able to pick some prayers. But those are your basic bits. And then your talents should make sense, right? Like criminal, instinctive diction. Oh, and petty magic is where you get your actual spells from. And we'll talk through those. We can either choose those spells now if you want, or we can kind of do it off stream. It's up to you.
Let's maybe do it off stream. My brain's kind of a little woof. So
yeah, absolutely. Because we are nearing the end of character creation at this point. But that's the witch. And does all of that kind of, as a package where you are right now, make sense?
Yep, I think so.
Awesome. Okay, let's take a quick look at the nun. That is Crow, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Sister Crow.
Sister Crow. All right. So Art, I think your skills all make sense, right? Pray is going to be how you do blessings. And blessings are your holy magic. And you are actually literate. Congratulations for being the literate one. And does all of this make sense to you?
Yeah, I have to choose something for my blessed talent, don't I?
You do. You will choose your first blessing. And you will also, I will want to know who you worship.
Yeah.
There are, I think, 7 major deities within the non-evil pantheon of the Reich. The big founding deity of all of Warhammer Fantasy within the Reich is within the Empire is what it's called, is Sigmar. Sigmar was a real person 2,000 years ago who was gifted the great hammer Golmaraz when saving the Dwarven Emperor of the time. And so one of the primary symbols, other than like the wreathed skull of the Empire, is the hammer of Sigmar, Golmaraz, which is to this day wielded by the Emperor of the Empire. And then there's like Shelia and Moore and Ulrich and all these others. But you should feel free to take a look through those. Oh, that was just some filigree that I put on there as I was working on the overlay. That's all. Just some stuff to look cool. Yeah. So I may actually do it so anyone who's literate gets one of those so I remember when looking at the overlay who can actually read it, not because that feels important to me. But yeah, so does everything else for the nun make sense?
Yes, you'll have to explain magic, but that
yeah.
happens later.
We can have an off, like, we can work through that because it is a little bit more complicated. We can talk about that off. Cool?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Soul with your huffer.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the huffer? Just looking through these. Consume alcohol, gossip. Yeah, consume alcohol is important because it allows you to drink other people under the table, of course. Row, swim. Oh, go ahead.
That's something I put into 10 or
Right.
5. Sorry.
Of course. Right. You need something in there. And you get night vision, which is great because that matters.
Okay.
That
is that something I add into talents?
Yeah, so all of your talents. So you start, you're as a huffer, you start as a river guide, so that would go into your career path. And then your status is brass 4, which would go into your status. And then those 4 go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a huffer in my career path, and it says brass 4. That means I'm also a river guide.
Yes, you start as a river guide, right?
Okay.
Everyone starts at that first level of the path.
Mhm.
And this is Roland Eichmann. All right. Yeah, so you are under career tier. You are a river guide because you're tier 1, right?
Okay.
And then status would be bronze 4. I guess you're right. It's under career path. Is river guide, and then tier would be 1, and then status would be brass 4. Because you're upper lower class.
Okay.
Yeah. And then night vision, orientation, waterman, and fisherman are the talents you'll want to plug in if you haven't already to, yeah, you got them all there. No, you've got night vision. But yeah, you're going to want, so the talents that come with it, the hand weapon, storm lantern, and oil. And then the talents, fisherman, night vision, orientation, and waterman. All are added to your character sheet automatically.
Okay. Adding them now.
Sweet. You get all that stuff for freezies.
And then trappings, hand weapon, boat hook,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Gotcha.
Yep. It's a pretty gross hand weapon because it's got like the thinky and then the thinky, and then you're like, oh,
yeah, I'm quite familiar with the boat hook.
Yeah.
I got trapped by one once.
Well, welcome, Chuckwagon. We're glad you're here to see us making characters for our new role-playing game.
Yeah.
Warhammer Fantasy.
That's good stuff.
All right. So once you've got all that, you can plug in the details from the talent section. These are all, I think, relatively, should be relatively wordish with words. I lost it. It's gone. What is it? Relatively obvious, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where my brain went. I had like a ton of coffee this morning, and now I can't speak. Okay.
What page are talents on?
Talents start on page
132.
But now.
Thank you.
And yeah, sweet. So any other questions about any of that?
Nope.
Awesome. All right. So we'll close you out and then go to Miss Misery, who had Wilhelmina, is that right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So I know we're going to do your skill ranks a little later. But for the villager bits, does kind of how this all come together make sense to you? that you are. Let me get to the villager thingy. Your career path is peasant to start, and that your status is bronze or brass. I'm sorry, brass 3.
Okay.
Brass 2 because I know how to speak. And then your talents are going to be these here. Rover, strongback, strong-minded, and stone soup. Just everything about you is like, I'm a tough village person. And I'm interested in what Rover is because I have no idea, honestly. Let's see, talents. Rover is... I'm a rover and I'm bound to sail away. You are at home roaming the wild places. When using stealth in a rural environment, bystanders do not get passive perception. You are just invisible. You are invisible in the wilderness or in the rural environment. So rover, that's gross. Rover. Whoa, it has emotes now? Roll20 now has emotes apparently.
Sorry, what?
I just had a bunch of... I don't know how I got to them, but a bunch of emotes... Hang on. That was weird. A whole thing of emotes just popped up. I don't know if anyone saw it on stream, but like there was just this blink of emotes.
Oh, bring them back.
Yeah. I don't know how I got them to begin with. Yeah, that was weird. And strong back is... Yeah, you have a strong back that's used for hard work, used for tests of row and swim. You may add your levels in strong back to your success levels in any opposed strength. Wow. Yeah. That's gross. You may add your success levels in any opposed strength test. And you can carry even more because you're a villager. And then you have strong-minded and stone soup. Strong-minded is... add your level in strong... Oh, gosh. Okay, so this is actually... Strong-minded is actually really good. Strong-minded gives you additional resolve.
Oh, dang.
To spend every...
Dang.
Yeah, that's really good.
Like I said, we're just going to be hiding behind her the entire time.
Right? So you start with 3 resolve, and because you have a 1 level in strong-minded, you get 4 resolve to spend every game. Which is gross.
Dang.
And 3 fortune. Super gross. Yeah, that's really good. They do not, like, they don't fuck around with the villager, right? They're like, this is all great stuff. And then last was stone soup, which is you can eat anything and it doesn't matter. No, I don't. I don't actually think that's right. Stone soup. You are used to getting by with less and know how to survive in lean times. You can subsist on half the amount of food required without getting negative penalties. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so this is stone soup. And these are your talents that you plop on into the channel area there. Yeah, those are... Yeah, you are meant to survive. You are your job is to live, apparently. Yeah, more than anyone else here.
Peasant.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. And then last but not least, I'm interested in looking at the knight because I'm like, no one's gonna roll something like a knight. What?
Oh yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like,
useful.
Yeah, right. Nobody's gonna be that perfectly useful. Yeah.
So yeah, my knight talents are. Oh well, yeah. I guess we can look at my my knight skills first.
Yeah, knight skills. What do we got? Yeah, athletics, of course, animal care. So you're a squire as your career path, and your silver 3 as your status. So you are the highest status person here, I think.
Well,
other
of course.
Than maybe the nun.
No, none is brass 1.
Oh, none starts as brass 1? Okay.
Yeah.
They go up pretty high, though, don't they?
Silver, it was silver something. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, of course, athletics makes sense. I would hope animal care and charm, animal heal, lore, heraldry. That you know what that one means. You can look at the livery of different stuff and know what it means.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
okay.
like you see some knights riding by, and they've got like a lion
sure. So
rampant
like,
with
oh yeah, that's the banner of Sir.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Yep. Exactly. So melee cavalry is your ability to ride upon a horse and hit things while on said horse. And then ride horse, of course. Do you know what a farrier is?
I looked it up. It's making horseshoes.
Yes, you are able to shoe your own horses should you need to.
Yes.
We talked about etiquette. What was Rough Rider?
Rough Rider is so I guess during combat or conflict, you can normally tell your horse to do something, but just to move. With Rough Rider, I can tell my horse to take an action, not just a move.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then we've talked about Sturdy and then Warrior Born. Nice.
Yep.
All right. So you are also the only character to start with actual armor. So we should talk about armor real quick. You get both a leather jack and a mail shirt. And a shield. Holy crap. Okay.
And a shield. And a horsey.
You get a horsey. Yep.
That's the best part, obviously.
All right. So, when dealing with armor, if you haven't, let me take a look here. Where are you at? You're Maldiafan Moonsong. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, Maldiafan Moonsong.
Okay. So we're gonna go down to the armor section of your character sheet.
Okay.
And then we will go to the Consumer's Guide of Reichland and look at armor. Armor
Consumer's Guide.
Yeah, dude, this book is amazing. I highly reading through Glorious Reichland and the Consumer's Guide will pretty much get you everything you want to know about Warhammer Fantasy to be fluent enough to yeah. All right. So you start with a leather jack. Which gives you +1 armor to your arms and body. So when you do armor add.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Right. You will
leather jack.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I just check the boxes that it has for that it counts. Okay. Yep. So right arm, left arm, body.
Yep. And then it's got an encumbrance of 1.
Encumbrance 1.
And you also had was it a chain shirt or was it what was it?
Chain mail shirt.
Mail shirt. Okay. A mail shirt is essentially a mail tank top. So this will be a second armor for you that you wear on top of the leather jack. That gives you is 2 encumbrance.
Body 2.
It gives you 2 to body 2 and is flexible. And what flexible is, it can be worn under a layer of non-flexible armor. So technically the chain is worn under your leather.
Okay. Cool. And then a shield.
And then a shield, yes. Mail shirt. Where are shields? Shields around here somewhere. Clothing and accessory, shield, tools and kits. Armor. Let's look at armor. Armor damage, critical deflection. Yes, your armor can get broken. Yeah. And then you need to repair it. Because it's grimdark. Remember? Stuff breaks.
It.
Yeah.
Everybody dies.
Stuff breaks, everyone dies. Some people might cry about it.
Can't have your armor broken if you're not wearing armor.
It's true. That's not a lie. And
okay. The shield's a melee weapon, so it has. It's not armor. It counts as another thing.
Okay, but it should give you armor, right?
Let's see.
Weapon.
Qualities and flaws. Shield 2, defensive, undamaging.
It's the weakest goddamn shield if it didn't.
Yeah, right.
Okay, shield 2, defensive. Defensive weapons are designed to carry. Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. So it gives me a bonus to my success level when I oppose an incoming attack.
Okay.
Shield. Count as having armor points on all locations of your body. If it's a rating of 2 or higher, you may also oppose incoming missile shots. And unbreakable, undamaging.
Yeah, you can't hurt people with it. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah, it's just for defense, which is fine.
Right. So you add it to armor, and then you put AP2 everywhere.
Got it. Coolio.
Gross. Yeah. All right. So you start with 5 armor on your chest.
Heck yeah.
And 2 armor everywhere else.
Oh, there's a special shield button.
Oh, is there? Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Heyo.
Heyo.
Fancy.
Pantsy fans. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. And that's everybody's trappings and stuff. The last thing I want to talk about is a group is everybody has a dagger or a hand weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about weapons real quick.
You got a book.
Okay. So underneath, and anyone stop me at any point in time if you need more. Underneath weapons, you will add, if you have a hand weapon and a dagger, you add both. If you have just a dagger, which is most of you, you add that. We'll start with hand weapons, though. So everyone go ahead and add hand weapon to their weapons.
Okay.
Encumbrance for hand weapon is 1.
Where do we add encumbrance?
Under ENC period.
I don't see that under weapons.
Oh, you do the add?
Yeah, you have to click the add button first, and then it'll do it.
It does.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no like brackets. It's all just straight across, like where you type it in.
Oh, I see it. There we
Yeah.
go.
I couldn't find it first either.
Yep,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Is the
hand weapon-
dagger 1 as well?
The dagger is a 0. It's a light weapon. You can have as many of it as you want. So availability is not on there because it doesn't matter. So for your hand weapon, the reach is average. And then for the dagger, your reach is very short. Essentially, what reach defines is where you are in combat. Some of the combat's going to happen mind's eye theater style, and some of the combat in the game is going to happen on maps. It's just going to depend on the nature of those fights, right? And so when for both versions of that, your reach gives you advantage over someone with a shorter reach, right?
Okay.
It allows you to kind of define position within the game. Daggers are average, or I'm sorry, hand weapons are all considered average. You're at sword's length, you're about 3 or 4 feet apart, trying to stabby thrusty. Daggers, you're like a foot apart, trying to like, piercy, bleedy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are we all putting in hand weapon, or just the one person that has a hand weapon?
I think 2 of you have hand weapons, right? Soul and Lily both have a hand weapon. Everybody else has got daggers.
Okay.
So
How do I make it go away? Go away.
But
You,
will, I am
Right click
okay.
and hit. There should be a delete button.
I'm 100% confident that everyone will have picked up a hand weapon by the end of the first session. I'm confident, or be dead. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So damage is always based on. So when you get hit, or when you hit someone, I want you able to take a quick look at your wounds, all the way up at the top.
I see them.
Some of you probably have between 10 and 13 wounds per person, right?
12. Yeah.
Just as soon as there they are.
I think I have 9.
We're looking
Okay.
at the average.
Yeah, you're looking at the, so it's going to be your total wounds, which is at the very end of wounds. You've got mod, wounds, and left, right?
12.
Yeah. So everyone should have, but somewhere, I guess one of you has 9, but mostly between 10 and 13, right? Damage, when you get hit, is strength bonus for a dagger plus 2. So the bonus to strength is the tens digit of your strength, right? So a dagger hitting you with no success levels does 5 points of damage.
So we would put under damage for the weapon 5 if it
5.
was
If you
3
have a-
plus 2.
Yes, if you have a strength bonus of 2, it would be 5 damage. Adding on to that is any success levels you get. So if you get 2 success levels rolling to hit someone, and you're hitting them with a dagger, you have a strength bonus of 3.
Where's
You've
our
got
strength? Where's our strength bonus?
So under characteristics, you'll see characteristic bonuses.
Okay, I see it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's also just the tens digit. of your characteristic is the other way to think about it, right?
Gotcha.
Most of you, you're all going to have a +2 or a +3 as your strength bonus right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any damage you take, and we're going to go over this again the first time we fight, but any damage you take is reduced first by your toughness. So once again, let's say I hit you with that dagger and I do 7 points of damage, right?
Okay.
I would reduce it by 3 because I have a toughness bonus of 3, right?
Okay.
So everyone has a natural soak to them, right?
Sure.
And
Okay.
then after that, you would reduce it more by your armor. If you're wearing armor.
Okay.
So most of you, you're just reducing it by 3.
Got it.
Does that, as a general concept, make sense to folks?
Mhm.
Damage is strength plus the weapon,
Yep.
soaked by your toughness plus armor.
So what is for hand weapons, for those of us who have it, what is it?
Strength bonus plus 4.
Okay, so +7.
Yeah. What I'm trying to underscore is that combat happens, and it's deadly.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not prepared, it's going to hurt real bad.
And then the dagger, it's strength bonus +2.
+2. Yep.
Okay. What was the range on it again?
Very short.
Okay.
Very short. Gotcha.
And then a hand weapon is just like a basic sword is what
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the hand weapon of your choice, from sword, hand axe, flail. Not flail. Flail is actually a special one. Mace. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yep. And then we're gonna do some quick finishing touches for everybody here.
Coolio.
In terms of, all right, under career trappings. Yeah. Starting wealth. Sninkrat, can you roll me 2d10?
Yes, I can do that.
Slash R.
Whoops, backwards. I was like, why wasn't it working?
You start with 12 brass pennies. So up under wealth,
And wealth is
underneath
there we
characteristics, yeah,
go.
you start with 12 brass pennies.
Okay.
Rain, you are a brass 3,
Brass 1.
brass 1. Roll me 2d10, please.
Okay.
He's a pious nun.
You start with 18 brass pennies. Super rich.
For a poor person.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean
Soul.
pious. I meant pious person. Pious.
Right. So you are a brass 3?
4.
Brass 4, so roll me 2d10.
Right.
$15 brass pennies. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You all have at least 2 pennies to rub together. Miss Misery, 2d10, please. Because I know you are definitely brass 1. So you have 18. You are the richest. No, you're not.
I got
Yeah.
18.
You are one of the 2 richest of the non-nobles here. And then for our silver, Knight starts at silver what?
Silver 3.
All right, roll me
Jesus.
per status level. Oh, I did that wrong a little bit. So you roll me 3d10 silver.
Okay.
We'll let you guys all start with the brass pennies you did, and then you start with 23 silver.
Damn.
And that is your starting casuals. I think everybody has chosen a name at this point, have they?
Yeah, I just went to fantasy name generator.
Nice.
Warhammer.
Okay. There
Male
you go.
names.
And that's a perfectly fantasy Warhammer name, Roland Eichmann. Jawohl. Okay. So what else do we care about on here? You guys can choose your physical descriptions unless you want to roll them randomly. If you want to roll them randomly, we can 100%.
I just want to do the age and see what I get.
Okay. So we'll start with you for the random bits. Go ahead and roll me age. It's a D10.
How do I roll 1?
Yep.
I'm 4 years old.
Yeah, you are 19.
Okay, that works
Yeah.
too.
Did anybody else want to roll randomly for age?
I will.
All right, roll a d10. You are 23. 24, because
Alright.
math.
Oh, 24?
Yes, 24, because math.
24.
Anybody
Like I
else?
said, I already
I'll roll
found
mine.
All right.
Get ready for the elf age.
Yeah, roll 10d10.
You are 300.
I'm only 78. Damn. I'm a
Pretty young
youngin.
for an elf, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a youngin.
Oh my god, are we the Breakfast Club of Grimdark?
You're the Grimdark Breakfast Club. Any other randomly rolled?
I'll roll.
Okay. They're coming through slow on my side. I think that's a me thing.
I'm rolling
No,
one
mine's slow
d10.
too.
Yeah, you're rolling 1d10 as a human.
Okay.
Oh, is Miss Misery, is it coming slow for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same here.
All right.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I got that like you've been disconnected thing.
Oh, okay. So Rain, you are 21, and Misery, you're 22. Sweet. Do people want random heights and eye colors and hair colors and all that stuff?
Kind
Nah.
of.
Mm.
Okay. Anybody?
I was gonna roll for mine if you wanted to do it here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Okay.
All right. So let's
Okay.
start with your elf height of 5'11 plus a d10.
All right, I'm exactly 6 feet.
Yeah, you're 6 feet tall. Your high elf eye color. Roll me a 2d10. 12.
4 and 8.
Emerald.
Nice.
And your high
Do I-
elf hair color.
Do I get to
Okay.
do the two thing where I have eyes with like other things inside of them?
Oh, do you want to?
Kinda.
Then do it again. So they're emerald on the outside, and what are they on the inside? They are copper on the inside.
Cool. I dig
That's-
it. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's sweet. I love that. And then last but not least, your hair color.
4.
4. Pale blonde, which makes total
All right.
sense for a high elf. Yeah.
Rock on.
You're so high elf.
I'm so high elf.
Pale blonde hair flowing like locks over my
Emerald
leather
eyes with
jacket.
copper flakes.
I'll roll for mine.
Do it up. We are starting with your height. So roll 2d10. 12
Don't
foot.
just put the numbers in. Put in roll.
12 foot 9. 12 foot 14. You are short. You are 5'3". Oh no.
Oh,
You are
Jesus.
4'11".
okay.
You are 4'11". You are a very short nun.
I are,
Practically a dwarf.
I are small angry. Okay, and then what was
I have
it?
a cousin-in-law who's 4'11".
You're half dwarf. You're a half dwarf. No. Let me get eye color 2d10. And this is why I love rolling random. 9. Eye color of 9 is human. Regular human, pale gray.
Pale gray.
Pale gray. She small but first. And then hair color.
2d10.
Yeah. 9. Light brown. Other
Yeah,
than
they
your
do them.
shortness, you're relatively nondescript.
It's my
Okay.
charming feature.
Yeah. I am
Small, fierce gay.
I love it. So next thing we're going to talk about
Oh,
are
can
ambitions.
I do?
Oh yeah. Oh, did you want to do it too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The fun of the random rolls.
It's starting to come out. I love it. Let's start with your height. Please roll 2d10, Miss Stinker. So you start 4'9" plus 15 inches. You were 6'1".
Oh my god.
Taller than me?
Wow.
Damn it.
Oh goodness. Okay, what's next?
Eye color. You are tall.
I know.
You got some Midland blood there.
Yeah.
In real life, I'm 5'2", so this is very exciting that I can actually.
We're doing eye color now for 2d10.
2d10.
8 is blue. Nope. Pale gray again.
Pale gray eyeballs?
Yes, you have pale, your entire eyeballs are no.
Well, she is a witch, so
Yeah, no, it's true. Actually, being a witch, if you would like to have a defining physical trait, you could roll on the eye color or hair color table from high elves or wood elves if you want to. It would mark you as being different than everyone else, if that's something you want to go for.
Actually, yeah, I think I will. It's more dangerous, but it seems fun.
Okay, you want high elf or wood elf? High elf or wood elf? High elves more jewel, wood elves more woodlandy, muted greens and browns.
Let's do jewels.
Okay, so this is going to be for your eye color. Roll me a 2d10. 7. Sapphire. You have sapphire blue eyes. Although you're not going to have the elf color in color. You just have intensely blue, like freakishly blue eyes.
Yes.
So since you're super tall and have elven features, I'm gonna think you're an elf. Just
Yes.
and then you can choose to do the same with your hair color, but it will add additional risk.
Let's keep hair color not elf.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a 2d10. 6. Golden brown.
Okay.
Like my locks. Excellent. Anyone else want to go random on the...
Nope.
Oh, Misery. Awesome. Let's do it.
It's so fun.
Let's start with your height and go 2d10. For 12, so you're going to be 5'9". Because
exactly what I am in real life. Okay.
Nice. For eye color, 2d10. 7. Blue. Easy enough. And then for hair color, 2d10. 8. 8, 8, 8. Light brown. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Perfect Reichland stock. Or brown hair, blue eyes. Reichland stock.
I was gonna say that's some dangerous talk there.
Yeah. I realized it right after I said it. Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
So Rain, I think you're the only person who hasn't rolled random. You did because you were super short.
Yeah.
Soul, you did not want to roll randomly for this.
I did not want to roll random.
That's cool.
Not
Okay.
for the appearance.
All right.
Well, does it give
Finishing-
me XP?
Yes.
So I
So
get something out of it.
I feel like, and I'm hoping you all are getting kind of a good idea of who this person is, having gone through this process a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't expect you to have like know everything about them. I want a lot of those details to come out and play too, but there are ambitions that we need to choose at the beginning. You have a short-term ambition and a long-term ambition. Short-term ambitions are things like ruining the reputation of a romantic rival, avenging a fallen comrade, befriending a reclusive scholar. And when you meet these goals, you get 50 XP.
Okay.
Longer-term ambitions tend to be at the end of a story arc, something major you want your character to accomplish in their life. I can imagine kind of knowing what your shorter-term ambitions are, but needing more time to think about your long-term ambitions. But I want you guys to, if anybody wants to kind of pop up and tell me if they have a short-term ambition, we'll start with that.
Can we roll for them?
There is no table for these.
Damn.
This is you.
You're just
starting
making shit up.
Yeah. We are now into the point where you are starting to guide your character, right? The past has happened. You have decided to take on your adventuring life. You are choosing your first goal, walking out into the big world.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, because I'm thinking that my nun's gonna belong to the cult of Mor,
Okay.
and one of their tenets is to hunt down necromancers and the undead. So I kind of want one of her short-term goals to be to prove herself against the undead.
Okay. That is a great short-term goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
myself, not myself.
I love that. That's awesome. And these also help me create story beats, by the way, because I want you to be able to like
Right.
have these happen. So
I think I know my short term.
What's your short term?
I think to buy and own his own boat.
Okay. Yep. That's a good short term.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever achieve, which I hope you will through the course of play, or you'll die. But if you ever achieve your long-term ambitions, you get 500 XP for this. So that's a ton. That should give you like the magnitude of difference between them, right? Like short-term things are, I could probably accomplish this in a month to a year. Long-term are like, this is a goal. I am going to build my own tavern, and I will, run it successfully or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of want to go for something mildly impossible.
What's that?
Like reform a necromancer or something.
Ooh.
Fascinating. That's fascinating. I love it. Let's do it. That may be incredibly... Well, I mean, let's be honest. One of the long-term ambitions in the book is ridding the colleges of magic of elven influence. I feel like this is a task on par with that. So I think it's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, it's things like building your own village is a long-term achievement. So whatever you want those to be. Anybody else have
a good one, actually? Yeah, I think to like establish his own village and trading posts along one of the parts of the river he saw that was pretty unoccupied, but also pretty safe.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess build his own village.
Yeah. And this kind of informs why you're adventuring, right? Because this is why, like, I'm adventuring because I want to save up enough money and get enough renown in the world in order to be able to engage the guilds and the burghers and the nobles who would help me, A, get this piece of land, and then B, have the money to actually start building on it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that kind of like, why am I adventuring? To get famous and get rich so I can do this thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Anybody else have a short term?
I think I want to read a little bit more about the elves and like why they're in Reichland to like kind of figure that out.
We can call this, if y'all feel like you need more time to think about it, we can call this homework. And that for the first session, you will have established your short-term and long-term ambitions.
I think, I'll have it by the next session easily. I just wanted to like reread the like, why are the elves here kind of thing.
Awesome. Totally cool. And then the last piece of this is party ambitions. Party ambitions are things that you define together as a group that you want to accomplish. Short-term, I'm going to give you your first short-term ambition because of the how you all got together.
Okay.
Your first short-term ambition is going to be return Mayor Reichener's son safely to Bogenhofen.
Got it. Rescue that boy.
Yeah.
I hope I spelled Bogenhofen right.
I put Bobo.
That's a good one too.
And at some point, you as a party should determine what your long-term ambitions are, right?
Okay.
Like, what is the point of you all together? When you achieve a short-term ambition, you each get 50 XP. And you get an extra 500 if you achieve your long-term ambition. So it should also be a shared major goal that we don't have to define right away. Like, I want you guys to have a feel for your characters.
Sure.
Before we get there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Cool.
I'm gonna what's the word? Convert the witch.
Convert the witch!
I heard if you throw her in a river and she floats.
Oh God, no!
She might be a duck.
My short-term goal is to turn into a duck.
Hey! Those work out really well together. Both take 50 XP.
Wow.
Yeah. So you each have a number of bonus XP.
Right.
So just going down the way that you'll be able to spend as you go through this. So this is the last thing that is a crunchy number thing in character creation. It looks like Stinkrat, you're gonna have 50. You're gonna have 120, right? You're gonna have 120 extra XP. Rain, you're gonna have 95. Soul, you're gonna have 120 XP. Misery, you're gonna have 120 XP. Lily, you're gonna have 75 XP.
Okay.
Chose race.
Where
okay.
are we putting XP? I don't see it.
So XP goes on. I haven't actually looked at XP.
Oh, it's right next to resilience.
Oh, okay.
So like the top right.
Yeah,
kind of.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. To spend that XP,
it's 95, I think.
You're actually not going to get a ton of stuff out of this. You can make characteristic or skill increases.
Okay.
And I will just put a quick note on here. Let's close that. And you guys can stay on here when we're done, because I'd rather us do the 10 questions on stream than have you guys spend your XP on stream. I think it'll be more fun and interesting, and then you guys can math after. But
sure.
You can only spend this initial XP. Only spend XP on the 3 characteristics, 8 skills, and 4 talents that you took in your beginning, right? All of this base XP is to improve what you already have, right?
Got it. So just your career stuff, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
And the XP costs are for 0 through 5 advances, 25 XP for characteristics.
Okay.
And 10 XP for skills. And then 6 through 10, which is as high as you're probably going to be able to get. 6 through 10 is 30 XP for characteristics.
Okay, so if we already put like that 40 points that we got at the beginning, if we already put it into a skill and we want to add to that, it would cost 15.
Yes.
Instead of got it.
Yep. So this is total aggregate advances, right?
Got it. Okay. Sure. Makes sense.
Cool. All right, but that's less fun than talking about your backgrounds, where you come from, and your childhood traumas.
You don't like math?
I do like math, but I think math is less fun than talking about your childhood. Who wants to go first on the 10 questions?
I will.
All right, Soul. Where are you from?
A river town.
There are many.
Yes, is Bogenhofen one of them?
Bogenhofen is absolutely a river town. I'm going to bring up the map of the Reichland for all of us to see.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
In its glory. Yes.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Right? So just to give you guys an idea, you're starting up here. That is where the adventure begins.
Okay.
There's actually a blessing seal.
Yeah, that's your party tracker. That's where you guys are. Yeah.
The little red circle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bogenhofen is down here on the River Bogen.
Okay.
Which is a large river, one of the main trade arteries. And as you can see, it is also surrounded by more rivers.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a shit ton of rivers.
So as a huffer, it said that I'm particularly adept at rowing through dangerous lands. And surviving through it, of course. So I think he's part of that. He's one of those huffers that gets hired by high class merchants and guilds that sort of make sure he wants their supplies protected.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
is the land up here just north, a little just west, a particularly dangerous land?
To the northwest, yes.
Okay.
The closer you get to that, it's called the Haga Crypts, and that is a large set of kind of untouched mountains, where all sorts
Right.
of nasty bits live. So the
Gotcha.
closer you get to that, the more nasty things get.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be from Pre.
Okay.
You see it just west of Karlberg?
Oh yes. Yep.
That village right there.
Okay. And
And-
anybody can kind of zoom to somewhere on the map by shift clicking, and it should. I mean, maybe it's only for DMs, but.
I
Yeah.
think it's only for DMs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Never mind. Don't
And-
listen to me.
His dad started the business and he died doing the job.
Yep.
But that's typical of their career path, and he learned enough to take over, but not enough to be proficient in it. So
Okay.
he's just starting off and familiar with the lands, and it's like, oh, dad died. That's typical from where I'm from.
Back where I'm
Damn.
from, people die all the time.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what brought you to Bogenhofen?
Probably the mayor, since he knows I'm familiar with the land. He hired me to navigate them through the Riverlands and get them to where they needed to go, and stuck around with this group because he kind of took a shining to them and thought, a nun is traveling with a witch? That's weird.
I love it.
It's super weird. Yeah.
You've
And
told
he
us a little.
probably- And
Okay.
probably from his village, there's like a witch that like if you go to the west and they she'll heal you and she'll cure your ailments. And probably his mother had a sickness of some sort that the witch did kind of cure for the time being, and he's already had not an affliction, but a shining to witches more than the church because of that.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so you've told us a little bit about your childhood. Your dad died early, and you wanted to go off in his footsteps, and a little bit about your child.
I was
your
thinking
family.
recently,
Oh, it was recent. Okay.
and he took over his business,
Okay. Cool.
being a huffer.
Which is River Scout, essentially. Yeah.
Mhm.
Love it. And it makes a lot of sense to be in a place like Bogenhofen for that, because while the Bogen River itself is kind of a broad, wide, slow-moving river that trade moves up and down, many of its tributaries, and as you move north between like where you're from, Pre and the Skag Hills, are much more difficult to navigate for riverboats.
Right.
And so it makes a lot of sense that you get hired maybe at Karlberg or Pre, and then like send people down through the Skag Hills and then keep on the ride till Bogenhofen, pick
Right,
up new
probably
business.
Karlberg, yeah.
Yeah. Pick up new business and then go back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, that
Mhm.
makes total sense. So what was your childhood like?
Mom died early,
Yeah.
probably when I was about 10 or 12. So that would have been 7 years ago. It's still a little fresh in his memory, but enough to move on. What's really fresh in his memory is his dad dying.
Yeah.
And he probably has some siblings that he has to help take care of and support, which is why he took over the business.
Awesome.
And yeah, he saw a particular spot where he could build a village and probably make a name for himself as the founder of something and the eventual mayor or lord of, and he definitely wants to claim that land eventually and make his mark in the empire.
Love it. Okay. So if you want to take some time between now and next game I want to know a little bit more about your brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just because I want to kind of know what your family's all about, especially
Okay.
since your big ambition is going to be to found something. It's likely that your family will be involved in that, unless you choose to not have them be, of course. But if you're doing this to support your family at the very beginning, it's likely they will be involved in some way. And
Right.
so if you want to just kind of write, and you can do this all on your character sheet too. If you just
Okay.
want to like hang out in the history and personality, and like just tell me a little bit more about your family and stuff like that, would be very helpful.
I'll be sure to do that.
You've talked about your religious beliefs a little bit. Do you follow the Church of Sigmar? Do you believe in the gods? I should say.
I do. They're undeniable thanks to the magics of nuns and clerics and stuff like that. But we'll say he's like a bad Catholic. Like I'd say in his particular part of a lot more people, especially in the outskirts, are more reliant on that witch to the west than the actual church. And he's always been more like, oh, well, she's helped us more than that church has ever helped us.
Okay.
So yeah,
cool,
he doesn't. He's not distasteful of the church. He's just
the utility that you find important in the world doesn't come from the church. It comes from locals that you know,
folklore and locals and stuff. Yeah,
that makes sense. I like that.
Community over church.
Yeah. To whom or to what are you loyal?
Family, village, and fellow tradesmen, huffers,
awesome.
Yeah. More reliant on them being like, hey, so what'd you hear up north? And it's like, well, we got goblins up there, so you better be careful. And they've always helped them, probably because his dad was a good person and helped them as well. Yeah, pretty well known throughout the guild. If there is a Huffers Guild, there probably is.
Yeah. There is definitely a Huffers Guild.
Yeah.
100% a Huffers Guild. Cool. And then, last but not least, what do you like?
Oh, that is interesting. I don't know. Probably whiskey. Yeah. I do want to take the reading and writing talent at some point, but just more the reading part of it, if that's going to be available in the future. I'll probably spend XP on that, and he enjoys story and reading, and it's something his mother taught him. How she came to learn that, he doesn't know, but he's always enjoyed stories, and they've always kind of comforted him.
Awesome.
It's very weird to see a villager being able to read, but he's able to read.
Cool. Okay. And that's your foundational questions for now.
Okay.
Stinkrat, we're gonna do you next.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's start at the top. We have. Where are you from?
So I want to be from somewhere woodsy-ish, and I don't know where on this map is woodsy-ish to the best.
So the defining natural feature of the Reichland, which is the name of this province, is the Reichwald. If you see Bogenhofen here on your map, which is where you all are starting, or where you all are assumedly from and have been operating actively for the last year, it is on the edge of the Reichwald, and a large, settled bit of it to the northeast.
Okay.
So, this whole area
has a lot of trees.
Has a lot of trees, and while there are probably small villages and rural outlying, hamlets and things like that, it is rural. Heavily rural.
Okay, so I think I will actually be kind of from in there. Okay. And the reason that I'm there is that my parents moved me out there when I was really, really young because they weren't accepting of my magic. It freaked them out. They didn't like the idea of, me being able to practice it. And they actually wouldn't allow me to live in the house with them. They made me live in the trees, is what I'm deciding.
I love that. Okay.
So I was forced to live in the woods. And that's how I kind of grew up.
So why? Why was your family like that?
I think they were like that because magic is kind of it is illegal in a lot of ways here, right? Where we are?
It is seen with distrust. And if you are not a member of the colleges of magic, it is dubious at best whether or not a witch hunter will track you down and think you are, guilty of high treason. Yeah.
Okay, so what about something like they didn't think they had the resources to send me to go through the proper channels in order to kind of get the not as looked down upon magic?
Right.
And so they did it both to protect themselves and to protect me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so that seems to make sense. I'll write this down because I'll forget it.
Cool. Also, luckily, we're recording
it. Yeah, that's right. Such a good point.
It seems like they treated you kind of weird, though, right? If they made you live in the trees?
Yeah, no, they
Why?
did because I think they were a little bit afraid of me and a little bit afraid of what I could do and not having the ability to really do anything to stop me. I think they saw that I was kind of like, when I was young, we'll say that I was kind of creative and I kind of wanted to be around other people. And maybe there was an incident or two where I tried, healing a small animal or healing a friend that, kind of panicked the people around us. And they were afraid both for themselves and for me. And they just didn't know how to deal.
They didn't know
were
how to
not
deal.
equipped. They were not equipped.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I get that. It's like it's like the parents of an X-Men being like, they're not a mutant. Shut up. Right? Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's awesome. What brought you to Bogenhofen? Why did you go from rural Reichwald to the big city?
Well, I think one of my long-term goals is going to be to open up like a potion shop. Cool. And or something, something like that. And so I was kind of thinking maybe being around more people would be better. And I was kind of sick of the isolation and not being able to be around anyone, having to live in the trees. And I just kind of wanted to get away from my parents, not because I like hated them, but just because I needed to be around people who understood.
I get that.
And I thought that I could maybe find them.
And I like the fact that that works your ambition into there too. I like that a lot. Which actually brings me to, is opening an alchemy shop your greatest desire? If not, what is your greatest desire?
I think that might be I think that's what I want to do with my life, is open up a shop, maybe make it so that people who do practice magic do something in the lines of making it more acceptable and more socially okay to do.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And there are like social agitators and things like that in society, so that it makes sense that you would have seen that in the big city and gone, maybe I can make a difference somehow. Even though I come from lowly beginnings. So lastly, to whom or to what are you loyal?
So I was kind of looking through some of the religious stuff. I'm going to say for now, at least, that I'm kind of like on my own a little bit with things. Like, I kind of have a slight distrust of even though I want to help other people and things like that, I do have like a slight distrust of them because of what my parents did to me. But the cult of, is it Verena? Goddess of Wisdom?
Yes.
That looks like it could be pretty fitting. I haven't read a lot about it, but it seems that it could be a good fit. Yeah,
no, it actually, as a goddess, she makes a lot of sense for for kind of a hedge witch. So that actually makes a ton of sense. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Do it. All right. So first question. Let me get back to my questions. Where are you from?
I'm going to be from Skagerdorf.
Okay.
In the Skag Hills.
Yeah, funny name there, Skagerdorf. Which is a medium-sized town along a major trade route, one of the major overland trade routes through kind of the Reichwald and the Skag Hills and things like that. So what was your family like?
I didn't have one. I'm going to say that she was a street urchin.
Oh. So how did you go from street urchin to religious life?
She, as a means of kind of protecting herself as a street urchin, she would sleep and stay in places where nobody else would go, which include graveyards.
Okay.
And the tenders there, who were adherents of Moore,
Indeed,
would call her Crow and would help take care of her.
I love that. And then from there, these gardeners of Moore, one might say, took you under their wing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
She was in particular taught by a priest named Father Pryke.
Okay.
Just because I made it up.
No, I love it. And it's a good name. And do take these notes in your character sheets. I will also be kind of rewatching this at some point during the week to get some extra thoughts and notes out of it as well. Cool. So what was Father Pryke like? Because apparently he's kind of who your family was. So what was his deal?
I was going to say that he was very quiet and he was very deliberate in everything that he did and said, which I kind of took as the major influence on my attitude. I wanted to be more like Pryke.
I want to be like Craig. I'd like to be like Craig.
But yeah, he was very stern and very deliberate, but he was taken to small kindnesses.
Okay.
Which is the whole reason why he would take me under his wing.
Yeah.
And his main jobs were to tend to the graveyard and to hold funerals. And whenever there was a need to go out and pacify undead, they would typically ask him to do it.
Awesome. Cool. Why did you leave?
There was no need for another grave tender in Skagentor.
Okay.
So she went somewhere where there was a need for a grave tender, but not for a full priest, since she's still only a novitiate.
Okay.
So she went to what's the name of the town again?
Bogenhofen.
Yeah. She went to Bogenhofen as a means of being another grave tender there.
Okay. Awesome. And then from there, you chose the adventuring life.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
To be more like Pryke, and yes, I know.
Okay, it's fine. I already did the joke. Yeah, we're there.
She has almost a visceral need to pacify undead. And she would not encounter that in Regenhofen.
Yeah.
She would feel almost bad. Yeah, she would feel almost wasted there.
Yeah.
Like she could do more in service to more.
Awesome.
I got to stop doing that.
No. Yeah. Part of the puns. It's puntastic. It's okay.
Yeah, so she would feel wasted if she didn't go out and try to help as best she could.
Awesome. Okay. And then last but not least, to whom or to what are you loyal?
The Cult of Moor, and basically anyone that would profess disdain for the undead.
Awesome. Yep, that makes sense. Cool. Love it. Anything else relevant you want to say about your character?
She's small, angry, gay.
Small, angry, and gay. Love it. Perfect. Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I have some stuff that I've kind of been thinking about.
Okay. So we'll start with where you're from.
I've currently been binging the elf sections of the Warhammer wiki.
Yeah, I'm from Ulthuan. It's cool. Yeah.
I was born in, I guess, and if I mess anything up because it like wouldn't make sense for where we are or when we are, let me know.
I will.
But I've been piecing together little things that I like. So, I was born in Ulthuan.
Yep, Ulthuan. Mm-hmm.
In like I already forgot the name. The place where like the queen of the elves, whichever her province was.
Yeah.
I lived there with my parents and like my family, who are like lower nobles in my head.
Yeah.
And then I left with my aunt, who is my like knight that I'm a squire to.
Okay.
To like, because I was reading that like merchants will go from Ulthuan to Reichland.
All
and
the
like
time.
Yeah. So like in my head, she went to like be with and protect this merchant who hired her or whatever, and then she took me under her wing to like train me and stuff. My parents had other ideas for me, but those kind of fell apart because of reasons. And so that's kind of where I am and like how I got here in my head.
Sweet. A lot of that makes sense. So what's your aunt like? What is it like being squire to this person?
I feel like, so have y'all seen the Doctor Strange movie?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I feel like she's a lot like the Ancient One, like harsh, but like wants to like teach and make you the best you can be. But like they'll definitely like slap your wrist and be like, "No, you're holding the sword wrong. What are you even doing?"
Yeah.
But like when you hold the sword right and do the right thing, she's like, "Oh, good job, you did it right. There we go." Like that's kind of the personality I like I latched onto in my head.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Her name is Lady Siladril Moonsong.
Awesome. Lady Siladril Moonsong. Nice. And so it sounds like there was some discontent between you and your parents.
Publicly, we would never say so.
Of course. And if you don't want to
Absolutely.
share with the group, but as I would also understand that. But
okay, I kind of want to. I'll send you the secret reason.
Yeah, I would love to know the secret reason. So we will not go down that any further.
Okay.
It'll help me, and everyone else can find out in time. So
if I'm reading their stuff right,
yes,
it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know enough about elf lore from Warhammer Fantasy that I should be able to let you know. And if it's cool, we're going to keep it that way anyways and just make it part of elf lore. Because this is our Warhammer Fantasy world, not the Warhammer Fantasy world.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. What's your greatest desire?
I want to like, and I don't know if like, I don't know what the best way to word it is, but like, I guess I don't know if like elves can like make a new, she wants to make a name for herself, and like the end goal of that would be like, I don't know if like becoming a new noble family or like new noble line would be a thing. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's probably like.
Yeah, you could absolutely be attempt to establish your own noble lineage separate from that of your blood parents. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Which is only a thing that can really happen in Elven society because everyone lives forever.
Got it. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the like end goal. Should everything go right, she'll establish a new thing, like probably take on a new name or whatever that ends up meaning. But like, yeah.
I love that. Do I have 2 instances of Roll20 up? I do. That's why everyone else is just seeing that. Okay, there we go. That makes so much more. Oh my gosh. Okay. OMG. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's really funny. Okay, so, what else do we need to know about you that I haven't asked already? Oh yeah, wait. To whom or to what are you loyal?
My aunt and those that prove them worthy's the wrong word. We'll go with my aunt and those that prove themselves worthy of my loyalty.
Awesome. Okay. And then last but not least, Miss Misery. Do you feel prepared to answer some questions about your character?
A few, yes.
Okay. So where are you from?
I was looking at this. I couldn't really decide. Basically a small farming village. We're fairly remote, but probably under the power of a not so great lord or baron, whatever they're called.
Okay. There's
so
lots
I'm not really
of
sure where.
Absolutely. So some of the so we're thinking poor rural. Is that what we're talking about? Mm-hmm. All right. So if I would like to direct you down to Dunkelberg, the largest
great names.
I know. I love the names in Warhammer Fantasy. This area down here is
Dunkelberg,
the largest area of farmland, right? Between like Holgau in the north and then kind of down to Königsdorf in the south there, right? And so there are just a ton of small, as you can see, all those little dots are like small farming villages, right? There's just a ton of them. You could name it whatever you like. You are from a small rural farming village somewhere in the southern part of the Reichland, which makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Sweet. Do you have any family?
Both her parents are still alive, and she has like somewhere between 7 and 10 siblings.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you just have a ton. You have a farming family. Do you feel responsibility for your siblings or your parents?
No, she left. She ran away.
She ran away?
Yeah.
Why did she run away?
She didn't have a good home life. Her parents are, poor, dirty, and ignorant, and just not a happy home life. Things
And
like
you,
that.
as we can see from your character sheet, you tended to excel at most things you did.
Yeah.
At least compared to those around you. So am I
Yes.
right in thinking that you got the wanderlust because the farming village wasn't enough for you?
Yeah, that's it exactly.
Okay, awesome.
You are going to marry that Christoph boy so we can get his pig farm.
Yeah. Yeah, this
God,
first
the
of all,
pig farmers look down on my family.
Wait,
oh.
is her life just the old story from the book Holes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just been reading the Paxenarion saga.
So, your childhood was a crappy farming childhood, it sounded like, where you weren't appreciated, and the things you showed talent in probably frustrated your parents then?
Probably.
This feels like psychology at this point. I love it. So you ran away to Bogenhofen. Why?
Yes.
Why there? And you ran. We know why you ran away. So why there?
She didn't have a destination in mind. I think she just kind of wandered place from place. If she was able to do a bit of odd work for more money to get to the next town, she was doing that. I think she probably ended up in Bogenhofen and was just like, yeah, I could spend a little time here, I guess, and kind of just settled down, has stayed instead of wandering off like the next, like she had been doing previously.
Awesome. I like it. So you've run away from home. You have a certain amount of talent that puts you above and beyond most villagers who you grew up with. You have some sort of desire. What is it? What is it you really want to accomplish? You ran away. There had to be a reason beyond I hate it here. Or maybe there wasn't. Maybe you're still figuring that out. Do you have a greatest desire right now?
She wants better for herself. She does not want to be toiling in some field covered in dirt, being a broodmare for someone.
Wow.
So what she has in her head for what she experienced more or less in her life was people that are prosperous to her are the tavern and inn owners. So she wants her own tavern and inn.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I love that. That's great. And so why did you choose adventuring?
Quick money.
Quick money. It's a perfect excuse. Absolutely.
There.
Yep.
There.
All right. Yeah, I love it. So I feel like that's everybody, right? I didn't miss anyone? No, that was everybody. Awesome.
We're all good.
Okay. So with that, you all have a little bit of homework, right? Which is you're going to spend that additional XP that you got from your character sheets on either your talents or advances in your characteristics or skills. I'd like you to write down some of these highlights from your past, including any notable people you've run into who would matter to you, right? And you can put that either in your personality or your history or anything like that on the character sheet. Just make sure it's somewhere I can read it pretty easily. And then I'm gonna work on magic and blessings with Stinkrat and Rain. So this was 3 hours worth of character creation, and we got through all of it, which is amazing. Did everybody have fun? Is everybody interested in this?
Mm-hmm.
Is this
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm pumped.
awesome? Cool. All right. So we'll be back next week. Let's do a quick round of shout outs for everyone. We'll start with Miss Misery and kind of go back around the other way that we started. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you're doing next.
Of course, I'm here. I'm Miss Misery here on Twitch. I am Miss Misery _ all that on my nameplate there on Twitter. I play every Wednesday on the Castle Mac channel. We have 2 alternating games every Wednesday. One is a Greyhawk homebrew, not exactly homebrew, and one's the Tomb of Annihilation. As well as every Thursday, I am over on twitch.tv.thiambrius. I can never pronounce it, but I tweet the hell out of it on Thursdays.
You got it right.
And a Curse of Straw there every Thursday. Absolutely great groups on both channels.
Awesome. And we love having you here too. Next up, Rain.
You can find me on Twitter at RainGhost, surrounded by X's. You can also find me on this channel playing Misspent Youth tonight. and the podcast echolocation service. Other than that, I don't really have much going on right now.
Sweet. Hey, that's 3 games. That's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soul.
All right, so you can find me always on Soul Bear RPG, where I DM games every Friday and Saturday. Threads of Fate every Friday, who now features our good friend and now my fellow player, Alex, who joined us as a half-elf College of Glamour bard.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. And then you could catch me Saturdays playing Lost in Time, our Mummy Lord campaign, which I talked about earlier.
Cool.
And then every Wednesdays we have our Taldore A New Dawn game. That's fantastic to watch, and it's always a good time. Brian's a great DM. And coming up next Monday, we're starting our Comedy of Strahd game.
Comedy of Strahd?
The Comedy of Strahd. If you like Mel Brooks, if you like comedy horror, it's a game to come up in. We all have ridiculous, like C-team-esque characters. So come watch us kind of poke fun at Strahd as we go through the dark realms of Barovia and just not take it seriously at all.
That's living the dream right there. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. That's my
and
age.
That's a fantastic cast of characters we got there too. It's going to be my friends Griff and Shrieky, and then Brian, who's DMing. We also got my friend Lamar, who is a pretty prominent LA-based comedian, and then we have NBC Bree joining us as well.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun.
Great.
Be sure, tune in Mondays.
Please tell me somebody's playing Renfield.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, you'll find out.
All right, Lilypad.
Hi. Thanks to everybody for hanging out and watching us make characters. It was a lot of fun. I'm Lily. You can find me on Lilypad Nebula on all the stuff. Right now, like the only like steady thing that's I'm streaming on my channel is a D&D 5e game Wednesday nights, like a custom setting our DM made up. And then now I'm here on Sundays, which is super cool. And maybe more stuff soonish. That'll be a thing. But yeah, thanks again. Super cool to meet all of you and looking forward to playing with y'all.
Woo! Me too. This is a great group. But last, but certainly not least, Stinkrat.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for hanging out today. You can find me on Twitter at Stinkrat Streams, which is down below on my little plate thingy. You can also find me here on Twitch at the Stinkrat Stream, so just throw a "the" in front of what you can see. I do mostly horror games and Overwatch on my personal channel. I also do Threads of Fate on Friday at Soul Bear RPG, and I do this on Sundays now. Hooray!
Hooray! Hello, and I am Throck at Throck Plays on the tweeters, and you can find me here Fridays and Sundays. Fridays running our new Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign at 8:30 p.m. And Sundays running this with this amazing group of people. You can also find me Sunday nights at On the Forefront playing a 4E game based off of the Great War. And then Wednesday nights over on Exploding Dice, where I play in a homebrew world called the Daughters, which just successfully kickstarted its board game. And it's a 5e game where we, it's great. And the art is amazing. You should come check it out. We play a 5e game, and I play an amazing bard who is the leader of the group, obviously. Yeah. Cool. And with that, we're going to throw it over to a raid, because what we always like to do at the end of every stream is throw it out to a community member and give them a lot of love. This time, it's actually going to be a member of Welcome to the Party community running some D&D right now, and that's Torn Pixie, who is an awesome human being. And so I'm really excited to go say hi to them. So if you happen to have emotes, grab them and spam them once we get into chat. D20s, whatever you got, as we go raiding Torn Pixie. Thank you all so much, and have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's raid.
And we're out.